Bro,
That-
just put the asterisk.
Did you get it fixed?
Regular. Yeah, regular angry.
Where the freak is my vape? Bit.
You're
Hey.
Hey.
what's up?
Ah,
I might be a little in and out, no burger, but I'm definitely
I might
for
be in
sure gonna
and
be here
out.
for all of hot bleep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I might dip after dissension.
I'll be here for the whole thing. So
I'll say. You mean Dissension is like what he's doing second?
Is it? Okay.
Boo. Boo.
Yo, what did you just say?
Dissension has no Hot Wheels references. 3 out of 10.
But it has Alamo, which like a 9 out of
Largely, your Wi-Fi
Come
out of
already.
mode right now, as in it's not in the mode where it's connecting you on time.
10. Fuck. Wow.
yeah, we finna peso everywhere.
Bruh.
Are we on? Let's. I gotta check stream. I just gotta.
Como no.
I literally just gotta find out. Shout out to JHB. I mean, he the GOAT for a reason.
Let me. I'm watching your stream right now. Let me unmute it. Watching your stream right now. Let me unmute it. Watching your stream.
No, I just heard it. Ah, the echo. It happened. Yes, we should be audible now, I believe. Okay. Man, what a tumultuous day.
I hate that word
Stop it
already.
Peso, stop.
Peso, what the fuck?
So getting into it, these two projects, they're gonna be kind of hard for me to give a lot of insight on, in that, you know, there's a lot for me to say, but they also are the most recent. So I haven't had as much time to really dwell on them, think about them, think of them in retrospect as much as I did with some of the projects from 2013, 2016, and so on and so forth. But that being said, the stakes are higher. When we criticize this music right here, we're criticizing, what's it called? We're criticizing, like, my music making abilities as they are as of right now. Shout out to JHB to God, or the GOAT. Kind of give him an accolade.
That's an upgrade.
Let me see, media source. What are we doing here? No, that's not what I need. What I gotta test before we really go in here and do nothing is I gotta make sure that y'all can pick up my audio. Wait, no, they could hear y'all, right? That was just on stream, so that means they must be able to hear my music. So let's try this out.
Yo,
Someone check out stream and let me know if you can hear this.
yo.
Yeah, you can hear it.
We're on. Let's go. So yeah, Dissension dropped in December. I feel like December 12th. Oh no, December 18th. Yes. If we read a description here, it's a dark parallel to the Ascension. There's a world created to represent the perceived descent we're going through. We all live in Dissension. Long story short, I mean, this project, just so you know the intent behind it, it's nothing more and nothing less than a party project, something to feel good to, something that you can just press play and enjoy without too much thought. You know, I had done plenty of projects where there's a lot of lore, or the whole thing means something. But honestly, you can choose to ignore that on this project and still enjoy it, which I think is one of its strengths. It's a shorter project relative to some of the other solo efforts I have. It's 8 songs. The tape was 10, and Artificial EP Volume 2 was 9. So we're really hitting like the lower ends of an album, in terms of track list. But I hope that it comes off as precise to you guys. That's Dissension. Any other insight I can give before we start this hoe? Yeah, I mean that's really where my mindset was at. I will say also that it was inspired by a legitimate affliction of mine. Shut up, Pool. Shut up, Pool. Shout out, Pool. God, I'm all flustered. This OBS thing killed me. What's up, Pool? What's up, Trev? With the meme-ass Ninja Turtles emotes. The thing that really inspired Dissension was that I had a sort of change in lifestyle, or an embrace of a lifestyle aspect, which is, the public outings with my friends, the functions, the flexes, the mixers, the parties, all that really inspired that desire to make music that I could enjoy in that sort of setting. That you could press shuffle on this, or add this to the shuffle, and it would work. No one's gonna be like, yo, who's this rappity rap man? Or why is he talking about Naruto? It would just work. And another side of that, the Dissension aspect, that whole talk of dark parallel and the perceived descent, that's because, people have their moralistic standards. People think that you should not be doing certain things, that certain things are the way of the heathen, the way of the immoral, the way of the rebellious, teen to young adult to adult. And I was here to kind of embrace it. You know what? If that's what y'all say, sure. I'm descending. Whatever. I may appear immoral to y'all, but this is what I needed. This is my time to turn up, get lit, all that. So yeah, I think without further ado, let's get into it with the first track. I took a dab in Sun Valley. Let it be known, drug, of course. And it speaks to the opposite of descending. It speaks to getting high. So let's go ahead and take that dab at the Sun Valley. Shout out to California. That's Lay, Team Fuge.
Archer, hi.
If there's no drug that I won't try with you, if there's no way that I won't ride for you, I'm so high that I might die. There's no drug that I won't try with you, there's no way that I won't ride for you, I'm so high that I might die. There's no drug that I won't try with you. There's no way that I won't fight it till tomorrow with the hope that I die and cause you sorrow. Sleep over the time we've had to borrow and all of the things that we have, little baby, so I took it down.
Let's go.
Never wanna calm it down. Party till the sun is out. World took a wee way around.
I might hit my ex up.
After she gets her ass up. Challenge. I'll rest when I get caught my account balance.
Hey, yeah.
Drink for the chalice. I'll never date a hoe that couldn't see my talents. I just want this moment in a painting. Community, my brothers on the same team.
Let's go.
Get you in a plug suit, ask a Langley. I just took a dab, it was amazing.
I'm gonna pause right there. That's the first half of I Took a Dare. Man, already something to speak towards. What an intro. I mean, I love that. I mean, of course, it's definitely inspired by a number of artists. I mean, I think first and foremost, Travis and all of them coming to mind. But, you know, just the mad synths. I mean, Archer snapped on that. This was actually one of the last tracks to be made for the project. So I'm impressed at how it came out to sound. And we're not even done. There's the beat progresses even more. The sound and all. But yeah, that those amazing synths on the beginning that just build and build. And I love that long-ass chorus with even that long stretch of flow at the end in terms of like how I wrote it. Just to really hammer in the fact that we're building for, you know, towards a drop. Which is, you know, ironically what we're getting into here with the theme of Dissension. Going through the lyrics, World Seeker, we wait around. I'm not even going to explain that, but shout out to hitting up your ex after she gets some work done, which is truly some scumbag shit. Let's see, blah, 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 blah. Bummunity, you already know what it do. The plug suit Oscar Langley thing is not just a passing Evangelion reference. Look at the T right there, a little baby. It's actually, it ties into a Team Future project, like a collective project that we put out a while ago that used Oscar Langley as the branding as well. But yeah, I just took a dab and it was amazing. Let's get into this beat flip.
Langley, I just took a dab, it was amazing.
Every high wears off. That's when you descend.
Hey,
Never wanna come
That was
down
Archer.
for that. They threw my niggas in the pound for that. They say they wish they were around for DAX. The UN felt us, so we'll drown the map. David, leader of the sound, heavy as the crown. Little bit of bounce, mixed up with an ounce, floating off the ground.
let's
for
go.
that. They flip up like judo. UN physics is dynamic duo. Stacking bits and pesos, dollars, walking euro. Becky thinks I'm Twitter, but I'm not a churro. Scorpio like Drake and Nairo. Everywhere that I go, I make a title. She wants a title. Which one? Fuck if I know. They see it all wrong when they see me evolve.
Who's making the call? Niggas just thought they the wrong. Can't handle my
Louverture.
Follow the boy on the fall. My niggas, they never see David, they only see Saul.
Well, you with the ruler, so let me remind you that none of us here for measure up tall.
There's no drug that I don't try with you. There's no way that I won't grind for you. I saw that I might die.
Okay. Oh my God. I'm so excited to go with this album. But, yeah. So in the second half here, I love, I mean, I dreamed of entering the song again with that sort of flow again. With it, never want to come down from that. All of that. The UN failed us, so we'll drown the map. Not going to explain that. I swear, I'm holding out details for a reason, guys. But yeah, all of that, the theming of the dropping and the ascending. Heavy is the crown, little bit of bounce mixed in with an ounce, floating off the ground for that, you know, drug use, shut out my fiends. You know, leave an emote in chat if you are addicted. Hey yo, shout out to Cast Blackstar. And yes, that intro is fire. And yet, poof, bruh, it's been a break. I know, we've been in it for the long run, my nigga. Yeah, those chords are crazy at the beginning. But I will say, in terms of like hindsight is 2020, and I don't know if anybody in the panel can I mean, feel free to add in any thought that comes to mind, guys. You don't have to be muted forever.
Bruh.
Yeah, nah. But a negative thing that actually comes to mind is this little 4-bar here is a little awkward, I think, in that I get very talky and like there's some ideas that I do, but they're not very. The flow isn't at the forefront, I think. And I tried, but I think I could have honed it in a little more, and it would have been a little more and it would have been a little more fun, I think.
Yeah, I think there are definitely a couple different ways that you could flip that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel as though even though you do explain this as like a very like turn this on and like you could party to whatever, and I do feel that vibe. You're also telling a story,
yeah,
and sometimes flow is not always the most important thing. Of course, it's an important thing in rap. That's one of the main parts,
of course.
But sometimes the story has to take the front seat, so it's not always a bad thing.
Sure. And I mean, I think the balance is like something that I had to keep in mind for this, that I was trying to try to give people something, but it was some sort of substance as well. Of course, it's fun to hear Louverture come in and do these lines that I wrote for him, and it's a cool little back and forth. And one of the most special moments for me is this outro, because it speaks to that theme that I was telling you guys about this sort of chastised perspective, this sort of criticism, people having prejudice against you for you embracing that lifestyle. This is basically like a cry out to them saying, look, I don't want to come into this again. So swear on your life that you're right when you see me fall. Meaning, look, I've had enough of all this, so you better be sure that when you're saying that I'm not doing the right thing, that I'm, basically wrong in this, that I'm immoral, that I'm sinning, whatever it is, you better be right. Because if not, like, that it'll be fucked up, basically. Like, you're just ruining my time. Or like I say there, unless there's no trust at all. Basically, you will have broken my trust in you. So yeah, it's a real concern.
I think that's one of the most relatable parts of the song entirely, actually.
Yeah.
Is because I think a lot of people have experienced that sort of stigma when it comes to being someone who enjoys going out, partying, smoking, drinking, whatever your vice is. And that is also, it's in some people's heads, and especially with certain upbringings, it's synonymous with a certain type of attitude towards life.
Exactly.
And that's not always necessarily true. So there are successful people that do all of those things. And, I think that's an important thing to hold. And I think that's also a part of what you're pushing forward and going. Yeah, for sure.
Totally. Unless there's any other thought, speak now or forever hold your peace. I'm gonna go ahead and play this and transition into the next song. Glassy Eyes, produced by Big Lax. Between this transition and the song proper, song number 1, every Team Future member is featured. You got Big Lax on the transition, Archer Odwin on the beat, you got Lay on the intro, Louv on the sort of bridge there, and of course it's my song. Glassy Eyes, let's get it.
Hey man, I told DAX, I was like, you want that malt licky?
Shout out Joe, the co-worker. Let's ride.
I've been really low, but that's my shit, alright. Y'all already know, that's that shit like hype. Eyes are really low, the glassy still shine like. She already knows, it's better when I'm mine. I've been really low, but that's my shit, alright. Y'all already know, that's that shit like hype. Eyes are really low, the glassy still shine like. She already knows,
yeah,
it's better when I'm mine.
Savage, my money feel like cabbage. Got it in a stack, yeah, I go like this.
shit like hype. Eyes are really low, the glass they still shine like. She already knows it's better when I'm mine. I've been really low,
Yes,
but that's
sir.
my shit alright. Y'all already know that's that shit like hype. Eyes are really low, the glass they still shine like. She already knows it's better when I'm mine. I've been on the low, functions feeling right. Ain't out the zone, you can see it in my eyes. Got a couple tokens you should try. Couple beaters in the chase with eyes. Little baby, this ain't nothing nice. A time that I have the time of my life. Yeah, yeah. She only humors when it's steady proof. With diamonds inside her, you could find the proof that she do it when sober. No girl, this ain't over, but girl, I just wait till you good for the truth. Glass on the horizon, we're sharing the view. We drink from my cup with that look that you do. Oh, hoes got better, some things on your ledger, but I bet I'd be better off. I've been really low, but that's my shit, alright. Y'all already know that's that shit like hype. Eyes are really low, the glass they still shine like. She already knows it's better when I'm mine. I've been really low,
Yes,
but that's my shit, alright. Y'all already know that's that shit like hype. Eyes are really low, the glass they still shine like. She already knows it's better when I'm mine.
Hey, man, I told DAX, I was like, you want that malt liquor?
We went from naturally saying we liked each other to roasting shit to fight each other.
Shout out to Kai on the outro there too. Woo! Love that. What a vibe. Man, nothing quite like it. But so that was Glassy Eyes. Conceptually, I mean, all I knew is I wanted to do pure mood, pure vibe on this one. And just something you can enjoy while, you might be inhibited. A little bit of some DMV slang with the jaw like in there. Shout out to all my mo's, my slims, all mothers. But shout out to Brittany Marie coming back again, returning from Artificial EP Volume 2, I believe, which was the last time we saw her on one of my songs. She snapped, brought a vibe. She's super talented. And of course, I'm a big fan of my verse. I try to be poignant, even with less lyrics than usual, with this 12-bar verse. Here saying, speaking about the general drug use and all that. I love this line here of she only humors when it's 80 proof, but that means inside her you could find the proof that she'd do it when sober. So to explain that, basically what I'm saying is that there's a girl, there's a shorty, or there can be a shorty that you notice that on the 80 proof, which is to say on alcohol, when inhibited, she humors the idea. What idea? Given the setup of the song, it might be some love-related thing. Maybe y'all are trying to smash or something, whatever it is. So you notice that she only humors it when, she's sort of tipsy, you're drunk, or when it's that sort of setting, right? Like you maybe don't have a chance outside of that, it seems. But at the same time, there's an understanding in your head that if she's even humoring it at that point, it might be because she's letting go of something and she's really being her true self or whatever the hell. Like I put it there. But that means inside her, you could find the proof that she'd do it when sober. So maybe that there really is a chance without the alcohol and all that. But even with that in mind, I say, no, girl, this ain't over. But girl, I'll just wait till you're good for the truth. Meaning, I've realized that, but at the same time, I kind of have to sort of, respect is respect. And honestly, when you're sober is when I would love to know the truth. I'd like to hear it then, and ultimately not only when you're inhibited. And yeah, from there it's just a general acceptance of she is what she is and I am what I am. Let's keep the junk rolling and passing, which is just a good vibe either way. Any other thoughts before I move on? I will answer a question here, but any thoughts from y'all and the panel? No, going once, twice. Okay,
That shit is a vibe.
it's a vibe.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. A bump.
Cool.
I've definitely done homework to that shit before.
Shout out. That's how you know it works.
Yeah.
So shout out to Cast Blackstar here asking, you a blood, Dax? You said you with the Bumunity, which is hilarious. Not because it's any of your fault, of course, Cast, or anybody else who may think that that might be the case. Funny enough, the Bumunity is a collective. I won't explain too much because honestly, its biggest quirk, no, my hero, is that we don't really care about defining who's in it because we know. People in the Bumunity know who's Bumunity. And the name itself is sort of like a post-gang remark in that, like, man, it's a meme. Like, it's just, on the internet, we don't really care about that. We're not on the side of violence at all, or any of that. We're post all of that, you know, which is to say we're past all of that. And the B emoji is just a meme on the internet, so it's all a meme to us. We're just a section of the community that you can find on SoundCloud that is elevated almost, you could say. It's its own subsection. It's what we like to call the Bumunity. So yeah. I know a couple of people might have an idea what that is, and if you know, you know. Yeah.
It'd also be some real shit if you were a blood and you lived in a blue room.
That's right. So, you know, I got Blade, I got Rue. So, you know, we gooch. The next song up is Malaise. Oh, I just realized I haven't really remarked on this, but for one, this is also my first album, as you guys may have noticed by now, with that last song, that has features and does not explicitly state such. It was the first time, I mean, I had considered it before, but it was the first time where I actually did it because I realized it was something I was going to play with. The whole notion of, you know, marketing it as, you know, just to me. You know, you'll get it when you get it, and you'll see what's on there when you get it. And all those features being a surprise, which is fun, I guess. It's not like the album can only be enjoyed as such, but it was supposed to. It's a different touch. It's a different method of creation. So just consider that it's almost as if all these songs are just me, and like someone appeared on it. So yeah. Camo?
I've returned. Yeah.
Okay, cool. We're entering Malaise here, and
nice.
Let's go. Boop.
You got your thing working again?
We're on OBS.
I'll just regular OBS.
Yeah. Let's go.
Things just feel a little slow.
That's me on the tag, no cap.
That's right. Hold on, white. That's Camo.
Maybe you should take it slow. 1, 2, 3, go. Things just feel a little slow. Maybe you should take it slow. Brought 2 bottles.
Yeah.
Maybe you should take it slow.
Shot.
It's already kicking in.
Pow.
Realize he is sick.
Let's go.
I don't need excess. I just need a check. Someone check they mans. Someone get they mans. It's stuck in here. Still got my Ray-Bans. I just crushed a can. She just crushed a Zan. These are to the throne. I just crushed a fan. Church sermons, 20 shots. They both go down easy. You can know just where to stop
If you're feeling
easy. Put it on me, not on God, not on mom, not on God.
That's right. That's true.
You can put that on me, not on God, not on mom, not on God. Put it on me, not on God, not on mom, not on God. You can put that on me, not on God, not on mom, not on God.
That's on God.
Hey, things just feel a little slow. Baby, you should take it slow.
Brought 2 bottles.
Maybe you should
Take it slow.
things just feel a little slow.
Maybe you should.
Baby, we should take it slow. Brought 2 bottles, just for show. Maybe you should
Let's
take
go.
it slow. Take it slow. ATL and rap, sorry on my back. Can I fucking like I'm in the pushing hella slam?
Brought 2
Fried for that bag.
Stay with body and a light.
I've been sad. I can't chase a hoe, boy.
shit. I need a fast car, bitch, 911 stick shit. Yeah, I know they getting mad, cause I know I'm getting rich. Drop a song that I wrote for a TikTok, bitch. Yeah, they think I'm pressed, but I ain't. What a shame. Hit the games, girl, too, can't play. Heels in with the gang, I guess we just can't relate. Why the fuck you switching up? Y'all ain't even rich a thing. I want some ice on my wrist, brand new convertible. I'll fade it off of the side, and I ain't gon' call out for shit. So if you sliding in a stylish shawty, let's get it lit. But if you riding a triangle, baby, let's go get rich.
Let's go.
What's
the JoJo reference?
Take it slow. Brought 2 bottles just for show. Maybe you should take it slow.
Let's go.
Maybe we should take it slow. Maybe you should take it slow and go down.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Malaise. To answer the question in chat, yes, that song features Bizarre, and it features Lil Aspen. Shout out to Peso for the connect there. Someone I wanted to work with for a while. And, yeah, this song is almost directly tied to the last song, in that Glassy Eyes, you know, is the act of getting... Well, I mean, taking the dab. Glassy Eyes is like the effect is underway. And Malaise is like, ooh, I don't feel so good. You know? Which isn't to say that I wasn't feeling so good. The song is almost centered around the fact that, hey, yo, shorty right here, she can't hang. Which is just a funny aspect of almost every party that you go to, right? There's always someone that's tapping out early. Which is hilarious. But, yeah, I mean, I had to put in that line. Shots already kicking in. Feels like ZSS, of course, someone infamous for their kicks and their gun shots. Zero Suit.
I like that song.
Thank you. That's all for Peso Pete's Corner, apparently. But
I like that song.
Okay.
Nah, I'm just fucking with you. No, that's just fine. I was fucking typing a business email and fucking that shit was just cranking.
Bopping while typing. Love that line. This one's a little contrived, but she's heir to the throne, which I mean can mean whatever it means literally. But the heir pun leads into I just crushed a fan. Like she's a fan, I crushed her, which is a very sexual innuendo, because she's heir to the throne. Fans heir, duh. And there's sort of the rejection there of the traditional norms. When I say church sermons, henny shots, they both go down easy. Saying like, at this point, I'm good at ingesting both of them. You know, I'll stick around for service, but best believe those shots ain't phasing me over here. And a cool crux of the song is this "Put It On Me" part that sort of becomes a pseudo bridge. Like I literally rap less because I wanted to have that in there, which is speaking to two things. Let's see if I'll remember both. But as I walk through it, I'm saying "put it on me," right? Which is like, you know, when you swear, people will be like, "I swear on my mom," or "I swear," and on God, this, that, the other. But what I'm saying is, put it on me. That swear, you know, not on mom, not on y'all, not on God. I said that out of order. But ye, which is to say, I think, if you gotta take a bet on me, ultimately, or take a bet, definitely take that bet, and you're putting it on me because I wouldn't want for you to fail and for it to be y'all's fault, mom's fault, or God's fault. So ultimately, I'm disposable. Put it on me. But at the same time, there's that tongue-in-cheek sense of like, you know, I'm talking about a girl. You know, she can put it on me. You know, which you could easily figure out. So yeah, there's something interesting to be digested there about who to trust in, I guess. Bizarre Snaps, love all his references. You know, we were in ATL. He was wearing Raph Simmons and Supreme. He did hit up Fryax for The Pack. Audi is ubiquitous for his Cadillac adventures. So all that is great. I mean, he provided exactly the vibe I wanted. And it specifically kind of similar to The Tape, you know, that project we reviewed yesterday called The Tape. What's it called? Similar to how on that project, I had a song with Walter West and Man God because I thought that they are like the epitome of like rapability in the community. I wanted to get Bizarre and Aspen on a song, specifically on the same song, because I wanted to see what sort of vibes that would bring about, which would be fun. And of course, Aspen snapped. He gets that subtle TikTok flex in. Shout out to anybody who cares about the 911, all y'all Porsche fiends.
Y'all wouldn't get it, bro.
That's right. I only own an Uber app, says the rest of y'all. But
chord or something.
Shout out to Poof saying 90% of my downloaded music on my phone is deleted Bizarre music. A true community fiend. Mega shout outs to you, Poof.
You know, just slide me the entire pack in my DMs, Poof. Just do that.
Yeah. Everybody slid. Super hot. Next song up, Alamode.
Also known as I'm Hungry.
We'll explain that meme in a second. But the one single of the project. Let's check it out. Prod Mexican.
Cannon save the game.
Bad bitch from Texas like
Alamo. Let's go. Let's start it up. I'm gonna start again.
Bouncy Cannon save the game.
I'll use it.
Bad bitch from Texas like Alamo. Brought the new fashion to Alamo. And you best not forget it like Alamo. Don't forget it. So these two bougie went by the boat. Dressings reflecting my talent show. Got the best first impression, so have a go. Double cup with the facts and it's half a dose. Me not a stylist, I can't alone. New Billie Eilish with the clothes. New pretty Eilish that a rose.
Let's go.
She got jealous, she got eyes, pobre yellow and a brother. Yo lo hago como nada. Yo me tiro, no ganada. She just pulled out with all black on black on black near automata. Yo girl on me, pa' que para. No, it's DJ DAX on Jada. Only came with you 'cause I got her.
Let's flow.
Let's go, son, the boy got a big drip. I'm fight looking off, you can tell the difference. I'm to my niggas wrong, you can get your wig clipped. You niggas sipping on, tripping on dick dick. Every single thing I got, looking like delicious. You just get a dot dot. Ellipsis, this ain't even drop drop. You don't know what this is. Illuminati, Alamo with my bitches.
Let's go. Oh my god. I love this song. I love this verse. Let's explain some stuff real quick. Savage was honestly only added in there because it's what I felt at the time. Literally not about myself, but like I played the beat and I was like, okay, do I have the right key? All right, let me record and find out. And I said that, and it just worked. Like I don't even know what its relation to the song is, but it's there because it just sort of works. And I like the idea of not starting the song on the first bar for whatever reason. Bad Bitch from Texas like Alamo is predicated on reality in that I have a friend who has a family member that once came over from Texas, and I was like, yeah, they're kind of looking how they looking for real, which is to say attractive. And I mean, I pulled the dumb joke of mentioning the Alamo to this Texan as if it really was the only thing I knew about Texas.
Other than the capital is Houston or something.
For all I know. I mean, and so that was a meme then, but the focus of the song is, of course, the next line of brought the new fashion, I'm a la mode. For those of you that don't know, a la mode is in fashion, up to date. And you best not forget it, like Alamo, like, you know, remember the Alamo. Again, bringing it all together with the Texas thing. A funny thing that I wanted to bring up, since Cam already touched on it, why did he say this song just means to be hungry or something, whatever the hell? Because someone who we're about to hear in a few seconds, Big Lax, when handed the song, he actually had no idea what a la mode meant. And in fact, he didn't know its relation to the song's theme, and only really had heard of a la mode for its sort of different definition. A la mode in relation to ice cream and food. So in his head, it was a food-related reference. When obviously the song is pertaining to fashion. Which I speak about all throughout that verse. Beautiful, beautiful. She got Jellas, Agas, which is to say Margellas and Balenciagas. And she's...
I thought Aga was just like, you just got punched in the stomach for a second.
Nah. She's got Margellas, Balenciagas, and she's a Pobre Diabla in her Prada. So 3 brands offer it.
Yeah, the Devil Wears Prada.
That's right, Devil Wears Prada, yeah. And Pobre Diablo is a song by Don Omar. And, yeah, she pulled it with all black on black on black. That grayscale fit is referenced on another song of mine called To Be Enemies, which, of course, is also themed on Nier Automata. Great game. Cool. I mean, everything... those last 8 bars are just hyper diaper flow. We've got a Bemunity meme in here with you niggas sipping on, tripping on dick, which is a thing we definitely was going around saying for a bit.
Yeah, sipping on, tripping on, bro. I know
right.
Those days.
Exactly.
So playing Smash Ultimate.
So, you know, I had to throw that in there since it really flowed in well. And yeah, with all this drip, I got to bring in Big Lax, Pink Tuxedo Man. Let me see it.
At the function for me. Your top looks different when I toss it in the morning. Closet with the options, coffin drip, memento mori. You ain't talking about the money, we tell them it's all.
Let's go.
That in the latest item, so fly, I am soaring. Wavy pajamas, I cause drama when I'm snoring. You go as a fan first, but now she is adoring. Now she wanna smash and I ain't talking about my glory.
Let's go. Too cold. I got, yeah. Some of you.
You're down to catch it. My way with fabrics. You love this magic, built this habit. No time in my hand. I put it all on my wrist. Need no stylist. With this I'm in touch. No stylist. No stylist.
Yeah. Woo! I love that sound. Real quickly, some other stuff that gets mentioned, or something I wanted to bring up. A lot of the Bemunity folk know this, but this song was very much inspired by none other than Juice WRLD, particularly with how I entered the song, and a lot of the vocal delivery, throughout it, just heavily inspired by the guy. I was listening to his most recent album a lot at the time, to kind of see what I could garner from it. And I realized that he was talented in many ways, but his melodic ability was something else. So that was like what I was striving for in terms of my verses, since I found his verses so entertaining, like he could go on forever. And my verse 2, I really love what's it called? Fashion over function at the function functions for me. Function being like a party. So a lot of F's in there. And then closet with the options, coffin drip, memento mori, which is of course some death connotations here. Lax snaps. You gotta love the Smash line. You gotta love the I'm too cold line, which is a reference to his projects Cold and Frostbite, which jokingly was called Cold 2 for a long time while in development. He snapped on the hook as well. And that last verse, that outro is poignant, I think. 4 bars, and I get some last few thoughts in. The bad bitch from Texas, she was looking good in them sports shorts. I'll let you know that. And, the pun and being down to catch it. And that last line, those last 2 lines, right? No time in my hands, because I put it all on my wrist. My wrist. And I need no stylist. With this, I'm in touch. I'm in touch with, fashion. No stylist, which are used for touchscreens, because I know what style is. Love it. It flows, and it's cool, which is the focus here. I really do enjoy that. Any other thoughts before I move on to Descension, the title track?
No, I think that was dope. I think that Lax always brings a really cool energy to a song, so you guys slid on that. And the hook was real simple, but like very very fitting and very catchy.
Yeah.
Very like hooked into your head for sure.
Cool.
I'm excited for the rest of it.
All right. Next up, we got the titular track, Descension. Let's get into it. Produced by Oddwin and Big Lex. Let's go.
My team for the night just really told me that lately she's been truly pressed.
Let's go.
Shot in her eyes, she knows that with the best. MIA, I heard feeling at the flex. Niggas praying that I fall, but we'll tell you with a chest. I said it's going down, but they thinking it's in the sun.
Who cares?
I might just lose myself in that. Yeah, I might just lose myself in that. I might just lose myself in that. Yeah. On my own. They don't know what they talk about. When I fall down, high as fuck. Wish me luck. When they talk about how I fall down. I guess I'm just a lesbian. I'm looking up villainous. I'm high as the ceiling is. Don't think your opinion is. Pretty or unlimited. We're getting the sentiment because of the internet. I might just lose myself in that. I might just lose myself in that. Yeah. I might just lose myself in that. I might just lose myself in that. Yeah.
Let's go.
Riding in a benzo swerving. Girl playing like Nintendo. Falling is essential learning. Meet me at the end zone. Shorty spins that like Alana Pierce. When that white cloth, they got him here. Arms core, Lord, party always volunteers. Took I-11, I still got a lot of years. There's 2 people, 3 things don't add up when counting down. You need to prove it to me, I'm still alone when you're around. 2 plus 2 equals 3 things don't add up when counting down. You need to prove it to me, I'm still alone when you're around. Falling
Let's go. Know what it is.
It's my party, it's my flex, cause I played it. Mom and dad cannot pass away till I made it.
No.
Just word God that it's going down cause I'm David. Please don't talk to me at the function, I'm faded. Don't talk to me cause I'm faded.
Oh, I love that song. I'm so happy that song could make its appearance. Yes, Trev. I had to go ahead and do it one time for the one time. A legitimate house song on the project. I remember approaching Odwin and saying, look, niggas know the birthday. Niggas love the birthday. As one of my notable forays into house, the genre. But can you get me a beat? Can you make a beat that's like that, but evil? Like, that's mostly where we started in terms of making this happen. And I mean, he made it happen. He sent me something. I was like, a little faster. And we got the tempo that we got. Big Lax came through and provided that beat flip on the latter half. Jaywalk with the transition of I had a ball, yeah, all that. Watch for the fall, right? All theming correct. And yeah, I mean it's kind of like a sort of climax or peak in the album thematically. It feels like all the tension led to this for whatever reason. And yeah, just breaking down the lyrics real quickly because there's nothing too crazy. Just mostly speaking to the theme. Niggas praying that I fall but won't say it with their chest. I mean, that's the problem we have at hand, right? That ultimately these haters, these naysayers are saying what they say because they want to see the worst happen to you. I say it's going down, which is to say like, oh, I'm about to have a good time. But they're thinking it's a descent, which is a play on the whole going down thing, meaning that they think I'm about to like fuck up my life or something. And the hook is a sort of dismissal of it. You know, sort of just like embracing the notion that like, is that the case now? Really? Well, I might just lose myself in that. Like, all right, fuck it. Toss me in. I'm in the mosh pit now. They don't know what they're talking about when I fall down. Wish me luck when they talk about how I fall down. You know, anytime I mention I'm being high, that's a nice parallel to it. Shout out to Alana Pierce, games journalist who I think is hot. Shout out to all the shorties that want White Claw. Thank God that they're around. Oxcord Lord. I mean, it's
Clause no laws. Clause no laws.
That's right. Oxcord Lord. I mean, the label gifted to me by the highest. And of course, you can be an Oxcord Lord too whenever they pass you the Bluetooth or the cable or whatever it may be. And the term here, Oxcord Lord, lends itself to the fact that the party was volunteers when I'm that. So they like when I'm carrying that. Tell Qaeda that I still have a lot of years. Again, I'm not gonna explain this. Everything else that I've literally said, that I specifically said I'm not gonna explain, it's because there's something to it, but I can't get to it just yet. But notice, I mean, Qaeda, fall, dissension. Things don't add up when counting down, dissension theming. I love the line of mom and dad cannot pass away till I made it. I mean, that's just facts. I'm trying to provide, you feel me? Make them forget that rent was a thing, that mortgage was a thing. It's going down because I'm David. Let's see here. You haters do rag on my wave, but I know that you're capping too. Just a small jab there. But obviously, do-rags, waves, and caps. All very related here. Dumb Pokemon bars. Ultra Beast, sign me up with this one. Double battle. Your girl can catch it too.
Bars.
Exactly. Pokemon Cypher 2020 coming soon. No. But, and I love this last part too of I might just lose myself in that. The theme of the song. Niggas acting shady, Slim Shady. Lose yourself. I might just lose myself in rap. Kill the lady. I can't lose my way, in fact. You know, don't lose your way. Is obviously Kill related.
Yes.
So yeah, just a lot of subtle jabs all tying into this theme. And Drop It Down, motherfucker, ties into dissension as a term as well. Very beautiful, I think. I'm very proud of that. Next up, we got Cuídate Bien, Portate Mal. Did you guys have any thoughts about the song we just heard?
I was going to say that the thing that you addressed was what I thought was the most interesting part of it, and that every part of the song stuck to that theme of dissension, and I think that's cool thematically, that it's not just the title, and you're talking about it. You see it in every bar, in every verse. It's very. I think that shit like that is important, especially when you're going for something like that, thematically speaking. So I think that just adds that extra mile.
To me, the music is just fun, but I'm glad that I'm able to add a layer of some sort of substance for people to enjoy. Seems like somebody unmuted. Someone want to say something?
Finally, we made it to Pórtate bien y cuídate mal.
Yeah, Peso with the reverse here. Cuídate bien, portate mal. Produced by Omar and White. Let's get it. Oh, I'm sorry. Not to get in the way here, but I gotta say these things before I forget. On a la mode, I remember telling this man Lax, hey, you know that tag you use whenever you're specifically on a Melty Cannon beat? Slide me that. So I put it, you'll hear it in his verse, and it's a cool little touch because he's kind of doing that again. He's on a Melty Cannon beat, right? So yeah, there's that. And just now, I forget what the voice intro here even says. Let me see. Something about looking dope, and then I'm about to say, that's natural, that's natural.
Ay, cuídate bien, portate mal. WhatsApp si estoy en mi cabal. Cuídate bien, portate mal. WhatsApp si estoy en mi cabal. Cuídate bien, portate mal. WhatsApp si estoy en mi cabal. Cuídate bien, portate mal. WhatsApp si estoy en mi cabal.
This is crucial because we got some non-Spanish speakers. Let me translate this before we go in. This term here, cuídate bien, portate mal. To explain it, basically, it's take good care of yourself, which is cuídate bien, and portate mal means misbehave. So I'm sort of saying, you gotta watch out, you gotta be safe, look after yourself and all that, but also, with all things considered, let hell loose. It's time.
The only English phrase that I can think is even in the same realm of that, to just give context. Our English only speakers some context is it's kind of just work hard, play hard.
Basically,
it's kind of like that.
It's close, yeah. Where instead of work, it's almost be safe, be smart, which is why you would want to work hard. But of course,
feel me? It's honestly, Spanish is all the romantic languages or whatever they're called. Yeah. It's just it delivers so much more. That's why I said if you want to put it caveman, it's work hard, play hard.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it just weighs so much more to me, and it's even worded differently too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something to be said about that. There's a lot of idioms like that in French as well.
Mm-hmm. Which is another romantic language.
Yeah, for sure.
So, with that context, let's get into the verse and see what else I say about it.
Came through with that all-ring and I'm on
Say that all-ring!
I was just about to pop 3 if I'm honest. Woo! Baby girl, if you stay on top of me, you're a goner. Niggas talking about quality, ironic.
Get out of here!
What can I say? I ain't come around and behave. I'm worried about being sound, never say. Expectations like sea levels, that's a play. Take the foot up off the pedal in the race. Okay, I'm trying to take a swig. Put these lyrics on, I snap a leg. I don't even know my order is. Girl, it feels like Christmas, I'm gifted with taking off. Tonight we will do some things we ask about and don't tell. She wanna go yaddy yaddy, right in the yaddy. Call like a yaddy yaddy. Finna get body, pero cuídate bien, portate mal.
Let's go.
Pásame si estoy en mi cabal. Cuídate bien, portate mal. Pásame si estoy en mi cabal.
So, to kind of cover that verse real quick, came through with that all-reen. If y'all heard all-reen earlier in the week, blessed be y'all name. I was just about to pop 3 if I'm honest. Let me clarify. I did not mean like like perks specifically, but you know, if you want to take me as a character on this album, sure. But I actually meant bottles when I wrote that. But you know, whatever. It's all to speak about being sort of dangerous. Baby girl, if you stay on top of me, you're a gunner. Niggas talking about quality, ironic, all funny. Another line I want to explain is that expectations like sea levels as of late. I mean, that just makes sense, right? I mean, shout out to global warming, making shit difficult for the modern man. But there's more to it, which you'll find out about later. And this right here about more worried about being sound never safe. That's basically like what we were just talking about the title of the song. I love the Snap-O-Lid line with a no cap, even just like giving you another part of the bar. I mean, Christmas, gifted with taking no L's. No L, no L. Oh, that. Yeah, all around high energy. Let's close this out and go into another verse.
Until I put a strap out. Taking sips until I need to black out. I don't give a fuck about the stupid shit you do. I'm on my hood shit and I'm chilling with your boo. She clean my boots when I'm posted on the block. She taking shots to her back, but up from the Glock. See my jacket all hoe, it's too fucking hot. Gotta send this shit to DAX, then we checking facts. Met him last week, I already got his back. Do not test me, I will kill you, I'm too fucking brash. Reckless, nigga, I ain't got no fucking class. Got a problem, homie, you can kiss my fucking ass.
Cuídate, pórtate mal. Yo no estoy pa' ser humano, soy un animal. Mira, yo lo tengo claro, ese es mi cuerpo. Apunto y disparo a tu cerebral. Yo me alisto como fuego para desayunar. Mis padres solo me dijeron para ayudar. Pero lo que voy a hacer contigo. La caída de chance is zero. I don't need a hookah cause you can't whip it. I'ma take a trip, sticking to my ego. Baby, yo te quiero, dile tu marido. They don't know you cause you wait on this only.
What do you mean he doesn't fucking trust me?
Look, man, he needs to know you're not gonna get cold feet doing the deal, God.
Bruh, what the hell am I supposed to... What am I gonna say to him?
I don't know, man. You fucking care. But you don't want to be tested on your gangster or whatever. You just practice it because you sit to him in his language, alright?
Alright, whatever, fine. Te mataré, no me pongas a prueba.
Cuídate bien, pórtate mal. Muchas veces estoy en mi cabal. Cuídate bien, pórtate mal. Muchas veces estoy en mi cabal. Cuídate bien, pórtate mal. Muchas veces estoy en mi cabal. Cuídate bien, pórtate mal. Muchas veces estoy en mi cabal.
So before reviewing the song itself, explain these last batch of lyrics here. We got 2D Kai on the feature. Shout out to him. Did his little tang. And it's true. He wasn't capping. We barely had really known each other for very long when I asked him to do this. In fact, I had somebody else planned for this song. Funny enough, somebody that Bizarre pointed my way. And the guy was decent. And the guy was like a Spanish speaker too. So I was like, yo, this is perfect. It's going to line up. You know, he can like feed off of what I did, sort of. And the guy like faked, or rather said yeah, but like when it came down to it, like I was you know, I had like a few more hours before like I had to get this out, and like still nada, like he just faked. He was like whoops, can't do it, and you know that was dumb. And I needed to do something, and I didn't know if I was just gonna release a song with like one verse or what. So I hit up Kai, and like he was more than down, and I'm glad he came through in the clutch there. Definitely saved me with that one. And then and that's specifically because I don't know if you guys are realizing, or for those of you that have heard it already, in terms of features, there's only 3 songs on the project that don't have any, and it's because they bookend the project and they're the interlude of the project, which would be the Dissension title track in the middle. But yeah, so I really needed a feature here. In terms of my verse here, we got some Spanish. I know the Spanish speakers are probably saying, "What in the burrito did he say?" And I'll tell you. So, babe, cuídate. Of course, take care of yourself. Pórtate mal. Misbehave. Yo no estoy para ser humano. Soy un animal. I'm saying, I'm not here to be human. I'm here to be an animal. Which is attesting to the party situation. Mira,
You're a furry.
Yeah, I'm a furry. Shout out to Brand New Animal. Streaming now on Netflix. I'm really not, but shout out to that shorty. Looking good. Tanuki and all. Mira, yo lo tengo claro. This is a semi-auto. I'm saying, look, I got this clear. Which is to say, this is clear to me. This is a semi-auto. Apunto y disparo a tu cerebral. Which is, I point and I shoot. I fire at your cerebral, which is to say your head. Yo me alisto como fuego para desayunar. Oh, wait, no, let me say that again. Yo me alisto. Yo como fuego para desayunar. Which is saying, like, I get ready and I eat fire for breakfast. Which is just, Jesus, how about, what am I saying here? Mis padres solo me dijeron para ayudar. In English, that's, my parents only told me to help. Which is to say, like, you know, this whole advice thing of cuídate bien, portate mal, of, you know, behave, but also misbehave and all that, be safe, but don't be sound, or whatever the hell. It comes with that struggle of what your parents and people around you kind of set up of, you know, like, it's only for your own good. And I'm kind of attesting to that, like, whatever, you know, I'm doing what I want, but, you know, that piece of advice that I'm sort of clinging on to, it's because of my parents. They only did it to try to help. And I say, mira lo que voy a hacer contigo, which is, look what I'm about to do with you. At this point, I'm like saucing up a shorty. I think at this point, it's like the equivalent of like, oh, when I'm true with you, or whatever the hell that meme is. Me dijo la caída, that the chance is 0, translates to, the fall told me that the chance is 0. Because caída, literally translated, means fall. But I'm not going to explain that. What is caída? Why is it capitalized like that? I'm not going to tell you right now. I don't need the hook. Baby, yo te quiero, dile a tu marido. Baby, I love you. Go tell your husband. Shout out to infidelity and adultery. But it's actually more of a reference to 2 songs by a Spanish artist called Ozuna. He has a song that's like, dile a tu marido something, which is to say, tell your husband that I love you. But yeah, that's that song. Let's close it off. I mean, any thoughts about that as we go into the next song?
Song was solid.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I actually have a negative about this song, and you guys might know exactly what I'm talking about, or might immediately agree once I make it known. But I think the song sort of suffers from me not really knowing what to do with that sort of downbeat, like, bridge aspect in the lower or the last third, where I added that skit of sorts with Kai. It was him and I. And what Kai ends up saying, I mean, we framed it as a sort of like, oh, he has to talk to some person that's like arranging a deal, but he should say it in their language, which happens to be Spanish. So he says, te mataré, no me pongas a prueba, which is to say, I'll kill you, don't test me, nigga. Like, basically, right? Which is funny and all. But I think that, honestly, with this sort of focus on musicality that I had on this album, I probably should have just stuck to just adding, like, singing or something, or some, you know, something actually musical going on there. But yeah, that's my one gripe with this song, I think. Major gripe, at least. Next song, Schadenfreude. Produced by Otto and Ann Archer. The duo comes back. I'm gonna have to stand up for this one. Let's go.
And it go like raise the student to the angle. Fuck a bitch and tell her thank you. If you losing, that's just thank you. Shot it, Freud, it never tranquil. Getting shots, girl, I drink to get these shots. Every angle, John Lennon, Kurt Cobain. To living legend, you're a lame dude. Use the last bitch. Ever prove your last win. Has been. Love to see your shit up in the trash bin. Best to use my last wish. On a Trixie Tang bitch. Apple pays a language. She ain't want no average.
I just linked up with big racks and my wrist got cold.
You niggas pay no bills, your work ain't never met the quota. I love to see it happen, get the popcorn and the soda. I bet you're mad your girl is at my show, huh? Quiet down. Shut the fuck up, I'm doing this. Goddamn. Shut the fuck up, I'm doing this. Goddamn. Shut the fuck up, I'm doing this. Let's go, Travis. Shut the fuck up, I'm doing this. Goddamn.
Back in my head, got you ducking, I got you bitch sucking. I'm stuck at a function, I'm up in the crib, it's my liver lose function. This thing got me hunching, I pass out like nothing. If niggas having, you niggas ain't with the way, put you in little like wearing a do-rap. That's like who's that? Pistol go boom bap, feel like I'm Gandhi, bitch, where the food at? Playing some toys, but I'm doing voodoo. Bitch, I'm the doctor, you sick, I'ma shoot you. Oh, you got a boo. I'm about to kick this hoe out with a tutu. You want to smoke, then hit up my jeweler. I put a dick in my Glock, it's a ruler. I'm at this function, I got a ruler. I'm at a crazy bitch, I got a loser.
I'm performing, set that rolling loud with the Glock out. I feel like I'm Ozzy on the stage, I'm finna rock out. These bitches at the function always trying to blow my cock out. Power in the hood until we got the whole block out.
Bitch, I'm moving silence, but I shoot if there's a cop out. I got all these bodies that they asking me to stop now.
Bitch, I'm in the club, don't make it rain, I'll make it snow. I bet your magic girl is at my show. Quiet down. Shut the fuck up, I'm enjoying this. Goddamn. Shut the fuck up, I'm enjoying this. Goddamn. Shut the fuck up, I'm enjoying this. Goddamn. Shut the fuck up. Let's go,
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, I was in her throat. Grab her by her toe, she already know. Why it sound like murder, kill that fucking flow. She was cheating on me, kill that fucking hoe.
I got a stick, please don't try me in my head. I was down bad, I ain't have shit. Say you want smoke, this ain't no split. Fucking your bitch, wrap it up like Gip. I ain't no DJ, but I'm in the mix. She said she love me, but I ain't no simp. High as fuck in the sky like blimp. So much drip with voice like slip.
In the 305, I'm posting with my soldiers. You want smoke? I got smoke, boy, it's over. That's your bitch? She said she did not know you. What the fuck was she dancing at my show, huh?
Shut the fuck up, I'm enjoying this. Goddamn. Shut the fuck up, I'm enjoying this. Goddamn. Shut the fuck up, I'm enjoying this. Goddamn. Shut the fuck up, I'm enjoying this. Goddamn.
Yo.
Aja never misses.
Beat flip.
Hey. I came, I saw, I conquered. You hoes are bonkers. Don't say this song hurts, you fucking sponsor. Hey, I never want her back. In fact, my raps and sack of crap is whack. All of my niggas are ready to rip it as soon as the rhythm is hit. We're living in terror now, like, hey, I don't wanna hear it, bitch. Hey, I don't wanna hear it, bitch. Hey, your niggas better been a god. Hey, ain't nobody better snitch. Hey, my lights are 100 hot. Hey,
But I never phoned him in.
hey, you're not my friend, you're not my dog. Hey, you're not my fam, you're not my kin. Hey, trying to see a niggas fail state. Mario Kart niggas 12 play. Going something by a hell's gate. You come to show me that she's bullshit. Me and my SS go back from the rough track. I make it rain, here comes a bullet back. Niggas in Paris, I feel like the rock rat. DS with the BS, I want my touch back. Yeah, world sick a nigga ready seeing you flop. My girls like to make a king you fuck up. Ozone bird ever since you talk. It ain't getting too hot. My niggas need a big Tupac. I'm in the pot. Eating, whipping, finger licking, chicken flipping, dipping, sipping, stirring in stew pots. It's stupid, it's that you're stupid. Losing trick, how'd you do it? I don't think your life is ruined, and I got receipts to prove it. Music to my ears, I won't hesitate. Haters say, text all off, oh nigga. My last album was the tag.
I don't buy it.
Now quiet down.
Oh my god. What a
That beat switch is so far.
right. Shout out Archer, man. Shout out Odwin for the first half too. I mean, what a release of energy. Before I even get into the musical aspect, of course, Schadenfreude, for those of you that don't know, pertains to enjoying when bad things happen to people who you desired it to, right? Pleasure derived by someone from another person's misfortune. And the way I frame it is that, you know, there's people that suck out there, people that have done me wrong, and when karma finally hits them back, I'll enjoy it. You know, I'll ask for the popcorn and the soda. And in fact, it's such a show that I need them to be quiet because I'm watching. You know, like this is my show. I need to see this go down, which is the basis of the hook there. Just desiring the worst for the person in my verse here, right? Like the classic razor scooter, to ankle, which is just pain. If you've ever been on a razor scooter and had that happen to you, among other things. I really love the Trixie Tang situation using my last wish. Let me see here. Shout out to Big Lax. Too cold, like my wrist. I mean, Camo snapped. I love this like crazy steady flow in the first 8 here. I mean, a great like contrast to whatever the hell I was doing too. But even then, he doesn't let it end without him doing a bit of that too. The whole toned back speed, but definitely not restrained energy. I mean, these lines right here are crazy iconic of the Glock out and the rock out.
Yeah, honestly, it was all just a build up to I perform a set at Rolling Loud with the Glock out. Everything else was just building up to that climax. And once it got there, it was like, oh yeah, I can just get to it now.
Yes. So yeah, I love that. I appreciate that. I love the moment musically when it's like, I perform a set at Rolling Loud with a Glock out. I feel like I'm Ozzy on the stage, I'm finna ride a bit. Like that is just a crazy interruption. And yeah, you know, we all three share this consistent line of, bet you're mad your girl is at my show. I bet you're mad your girl is at my show, with the quiet down twice. And with Pesos, we got, it's like a flip on it when he says, why the fuck was you dancing at my show, huh?
So I thought it was, why the fuck was she dancing at my show, huh?
Sure. Funny enough, though, what I was going to say is that on this one, with his flip, it's like it's as if he's referring to the shorty in question who we're talking about, you know, about bet you're mad your girl is at my show. Here, he's talking to said shorty, right? Whether he says, why was you? And that's the shorty. Or why was she? It's the same principle, no, like addressing her specifically.
A little bit of an Easter egg. If you've been in a Discord call long enough and I've managed to play one of the meme songs, you'll hear my Young Thug impersonation on occasion where I just do like, ha! And then Dax also does that in this song.
Yeah. And I think I did it for your verse, correct?
Yeah, you did it for my verse. I forget, but it was near the end. Oh yeah, bitch! I'm in the club. Don't make it rain. I make it snow. Then you do the whatever.
Okay. I just want to hear that.
I'm about to kick that the function. Always trying to pull my gun out. The power in the hood until we got the whole block out. Bitch, I'm on the silence, but I shoot if there's a cop out. I got all these bodies that they asking me to stop now. Bitch, I'm in the club. Don't make it rain. I make it snow. I bet you magic.
There you go.
Yeah, it was a funny meme to me.
That's funny.
Glad you caught that. Glad you remembered. And yeah, Pesos versus hilarious. I think it's so jarring to cut the beat and this nigga just goes into a goddamn nursery rhyme. And it's not even the same energy at first. So it's like really like what is about to happen. And he goes right back in it with, I got a stick! Which I love. Exactly. Some bars of his own, and you gotta love how slick he gets at the end here, with the in the 305 I'm posted with my soldiers. He added some extra vocals, I think either like at the beginning or the end of the beat or something. I forget what it was, where he's just talking, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna use that for that transition into the beat flip, which is provided by Archer. And to finish off the lyrics here, I mean, on that end, I mean, I decide to sort of go off in that sense, in this sort of like high energy, like rap, almost, I mean, to use Bizarre's term, like rapidy rap or whatever, where I'm going faster at points. I'm still yelling, which was a challenge to do like fast and loud, and trying to have like bars or whatever. which there's plenty. You can see them on your own. I love Mario Kart niggas 12 plays because I'm just desiring the worst for you. All right. I love DS with the BS. I want my touch back. World Seeker nigga already seen you flop. Again, not gonna touch it. You already know. But it means something. Please hold on to that. This right here is a big old meme. Shout out Alwyn if you know you know. I'm in the kitchen whipping, figure licking, chicken flipping, dipping, sipping, stirring into pots. Stew pots, wow. Yeah, Alwyn is just a huge meme in general when he's on the mic. And that's one of his classic, I'm in the kitchen flipping, whipping chicken, whatever the hell.
Dipping the cheese. Sound like that.
Yeah. So I had to pay homage to that. And I kind of explain here why, like, what the hell happened in terms of the flow switch up. Haters say DAX fell off. How, nigga? My last album was the tape. So what I'm saying here is that the tape was an album filled of energy like this. In terms of, like, like the high octane bars or whatever the hell. It was a return to form in that sense. And this song is like one of the only instances of me doing anything like that because, it's mainly party focused. So, that ties together. But also, it's a reference to Dr. Dre's The Chronic. When Dr. Dre says, let's just find this real quick. My last album. I guess I gotta add some more to that. Here we go. So on Still Dre, this is what I'm riffing off of because I say, haters say DAX fell off. How, nigga? My last album was the tape. And on Dre's verse here, he says, but haters say Dre fell off. How, nigga? My last album was The Chronic. So it's almost me attesting to, like, y'all can't even say, like, I can't rap just because I put out this project. Because ultimately, my last album was the tape. Shut the fuck up. So, yeah. Yeah. So that's Schadenfreude. Before I move on, I love the sound of this. The first beat, like Duke Deuce inspired a lot of that. That sound, that Memphis sound. It's beautiful to me, and I try to tap into that. I also was inspired by Ferg. Is that Ferg for a lot of that too? I damn near do a coo somewhere on there, I think. So yeah, very very inspired by a lot of that. Shout out to Archer and Odwin for snapping once again. Let's get into the very last song, bookending it with another I took with another drug. I took a trip in Silver Spring. Actually predicated on the fact that I took acid for the first time that time when I made this song. So or around the time that I made this song. So let's hear it. I took a trip in Silver Spring.
Yo. A good. Like that nigga Bizarre says. One take 10. Totally white. He getting like, yo.
That tag was just not made.
I hate it.
To make it active, why would I go?
Yeah, hey.
Come on up. Te gusta el Hennessy, pues somos dos. Come on up. I know your enemy, that's how it goes. Come on up. Si tú estás pa' mí, un solo show.
That's right.
Keep going like, hey, this your dance. I want you like my checks in advance. Hey, who's your man? Shorty can make you clap and use enhance. Yeah, took a trip. Solo quieres prender, well let's kill it. Hey,
this right here.
This my shit. They wonder how we're killing it at 3 a.m. Count up, baby.
3 a.m. reference.
Come on up. Si tú me quieres aquí, why would I go? Hey, come on up. Te gusta el Hennessy, pues somos dos. Come on up. I know your enemy, that's how it goes. Come on up. Si tú estás pa' mí, un solo show.
Oh yeah, that beef will go crazy.
Yeah. Let's go, Rainbow Road.
Rainbow Road, how these bitches be falling off. She said I captain, then twisted like Tylenol. I hit it once and she tripping, I got a call. And my ex is texting me if I miss her, well, not at all. You look even better with the music on. Ella se viste solo Louis Vuitton. Bought a bottle just to prove you wrong. Hold on, give me a second. I gotta think of the next line. It goes like, you might be my best friend. Sex a little better when emotionally invested. Said I've been behaving, grab the belt and pants I'm dressed in. I'm so fucking honest, you said court is not a session.
Let's go!
Ay, esta vaina está suelta. You could be my princess, I've been looking up a Zelda. Sigue con esa foto, te mando pa' acá con Delta. Trago ritmo que deja a toda la gente revuelta. Dice que me quiere, pero te deseo. Fucking Magnum Opus, vives en el museo. Dale con el tra, veo.
Let's go!
Deja ese novio que está feo. Toda la gente nos mira lo mismo, te dicen tu tipo está confundido. Me dicen mi jeva era la que era, pero like we kinda cute. Toda la gente nos mira lo mismo, te dicen tu tipo está confundido. Me dicen mi jeva era la que era, pero like we kinda cute. Para abajo, 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 para abajo.
Oh, it's. Oh my god. Yeah, definitely a huge fan of that energy there. Yeah.
Very good vibes.
Yee. To wrap up this song so we can get into the album as a whole. First half, interesting. Very laid back in comparison to the last song we just heard. I've heard a lot of people tell me that that's even like a gripe of theirs, that there's like a huge drop in energy there. Which, yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, I feel like in another world, if I would have decided to add another song in between, maybe that could have been the transition. But I just did not do that. I wanted to keep it at 8. So, I mean, I guess it suffers for it, perhaps. Or maybe it's better for it. I don't know. But, I'm just explaining some of the Spanish here. Como no, si tú me quieres aquí, why would I go? The song is like basically saying, how not? And you hear it in the ad-libs. How not? If you want me here, why would I go? How not? You like Hennessy? Well, that makes 2 of us, pues somos dos. How not? I know your enemy, that's how it goes. Como no, how not? Si tú estás para mí, un solo show. It's saying, if you're down for me, if you're up for me, basically, like, you know, down to clown, it would be like a hell of a show, basically. Like, that'd be the show. Let's see. ¿Quieres prender? Well, let's get lit. Prender means to start. Well, to start something, to turn on something, but usually in the context of starting up a fire. So, you know, innuendo, but it's like, yeah, if you want to start something, well, let's get lit, Dan. Shout out to the 3 a.m. reference. Go check out that song, all platforms. Then second half, I mean, go crazy. Shout out to reggaeton as a genre in general. Definitely want to touch that some more eventually. Love the Rainbow Road line. Ella se viste solo Louis Vuitton. She only dresses at Louis Vuitton. Hip so honest. She said court is not in session. It's hilarious to me still. Esta vaina está suelta, which is say this thing is loose, meaning the song, like it's going down. You could be my princess, I'm looking for Zelda. Sigue con esas fotos, te mando pa' acá con Delta. I'm basically saying, if you keep sending me these pictures, I'm gonna send you over here on a Delta flight, because you playing right now. And traigo ritmo que deja toda la gente revuelta. I brought a rhythm that leaves all the people almost like mixed up, like it's crazy. Dice que me quieres, pero te deseo. You say you want me, but I desire you. Tú vives en el museo. Oh yeah, it's a reference to this before it. I'm saying she's a fucking magnum opus, and I attest to that by saying she lives in a museum. Tú vives en el museo. Dale con el tra tra veo. Not really saying much actually. Tra tra just general like dance sound. Veo means to see. And deja ese novio que está feo. I'm saying leave your boyfriend because he's ugly. And that culminates here with, I'll just say it. Toda la gente nos miran lo mismo. Te dicen tu tipo está confundido. Me dicen tu jeva era la que era, pero like we kind of cute. Which is to attest to that, saying all these people are seeing us the same. They say your dude is confused. They tell me that your chick is what she is, but like we're kind of cute. Which is to say, like, yeah, she's taken, and she's clearly with you. But yeah, I mean, y'all would make a good pair. And then para abajo closes out Dissension, basically telling us the same thing we've been hearing all album. Like, go down. It's going down. In terms of the album, I mean, I love that it bookends with two different sorts of drug uses, since, you know, that's the kind of heathenry we're getting into here. One outside of my home in Sun Valley, California, and one right at home in Silver Spring, Maryland. So, you know, it kind of brings things home. We learn a lot of words here. A lot of people tell me, like, what the hell does malaise mean? That general unease. A la mode with the French. Cuídate bien, portate mal with the Spanish. Schadenfreude with the German. Even words that damn near seem made up, like dissension. The term of having glassy eyes, like, you know, if you don't do drugs, if you don't smoke, you might not even know what we're talking about here. And, you know, dabs and trips. Like, I didn't want to say weed and acid. Like, you know, there's some stuff to kind of be put onto if you're, you know, not really in it. But yeah, Rainbow Road, how these bitches be falling off, poof. That's just the fact of the matter. This is Dissension. I think it's time to rank. Let me pull up the Photoshop. Flows be pop. I'm gonna switch streams here for my folks in the Discord. Boop. This is the PSD. Yes. So, I mean, how did you guys feel about it as a project? I wouldn't mind hearing your feedback on it first before I put this down. Although I have an idea.
Can I see the tier list? Oh, you have it. Okay, cool.
Okay. So at the very bottom, we got Begin the Legend at 12, Artificial EP Volume 1 at 11, 72 at 10, Future Fantasy at 9, AVR Forever at 8.
I'll get straight to it. I mean, like, I didn't say much during the whole thing.
Yeah.
But it's kind of just because I'm fucking fried.
Yeah.
And I was the whole time. I do have to say, it's the first time I've listened to Dissension in a while.
Yeah.
I want to say, structurally and sonically, I feel like it's your most competent project.
Yeah.
I feel like, it's funny because you have Arene at 2nd and Bizarre Daxman at 3.
Yeah.
I feel like the battle in my head is between Bizarre Daxman and Dissension, but I feel like Dissension is still auto better than Arene.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, because obviously this isn't your ranking, of course. So,
yeah.
But yeah, in your head, yeah.
Because I'm thinking of like Arene is such like a momentous project.
Yeah.
And like, is Dissension really better than it? Is what I was thinking. Like, Dissension is a good project, but it ain't Arene.
Yeah.
And it definitely ain't Artificial EP Volume 2. I'm not gonna hold you.
Sure. There's a lot going into that. Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm feeling like if Dissension were number 2, I wouldn't be mad at it, but I still think Arene would be better, just in concept wise, anyway.
Wow. Okay, so we kind of have both sides of the coin there. I mean, Koroi, what are you thinking?
In my opinion, and this might be a little controversial, I guess. This might be like my second favorite project from you.
Okay.
I think it's just really well put together. I like the energy that you provide here.
Yeah.
It's very different from your average like fully content. I'm telling you a story, and not that that's a bad thing,
Mhm.
but I just like me as a person. I like to turn my brain off and listen to some like hype shit once in a while.
Yeah.
This serves that purpose for me.
Yeah.
Like even when you look into it, there's substance here. It's not like there isn't.
Yeah.
But you can have both sides of that, and I appreciate that about this album is that there's something a little bit for everybody.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Very great points made all throughout. Honestly, guys, I like Poof's suggestion here, saying top 5 projects in no particular order from me so far are Aureen, The Tape, ABR, Dissension, and Daxman. Very interesting top 5 there. Nearly what I have in the top 5 here.
Yeah, I can almost agree with that.
For me, ultimately, with Dissension, there is what I look at is the top 3 that I have right now. One of the things that Camel brought up is that Aureen, it's kind of crazy that it's in the mix because it was so long ago, right? The quality isn't the same in terms of my quality. I might have even have lesser performances back then that I would have done now. But there's a lot that I executed well. And there was a lot that I was shooting for. And for that to still barely have misses is kind of crazy about it. But that's honestly how I feel about Artificial. Even though there's not a lot of lore in Artificial EP Volume 2, it's just consistent quality, right? Even more so than the quality on Aureen, I think. And one of its strong suits is something that I've told you guys before, that with Artificial, it was one of the, or Volume 2 specifically, it was one of the first times where I felt comfortable with, if someone came up to me and they're like, yo, check out my music. Like if it's like a label exec or, a label head or something, I can hand them Artificial EP Volume 2, I think, because it's a mainstream array of music that I thought is mostly consistent. That being said, I think Dissension is that with some substance, with some extra substance. What did I just delete? Oh, I deleted nothing. With some extra substance, which makes it sort of like just a tad bit better. And marginally, like, I mean, we're picking, we're splitting hairs here, right? All these albums are great in their own right,
Except for the Begin the Legend. Just put that at 14.
No. And specifically, I mean, like this top 3 we got going on here, right? That these projects are great in their own right. It's you can definitely enjoy them. Bizarre Daxman is great and tight, and it's got some nerdcore. Aureen is, so lofty and ambitious, and you can learn something from it. Artificial EP Volume 2 is just good ass music and, me speaking on love. But I think Dissension is similarly just a good old time. It's just party and very well executed party. And there is that substance. There's even some substance, guys, that I'm not gonna explain still. Like, you're actually just not even gonna get it today. The substance I'm talking about is with those lines that I kept saying that I wouldn't explain, blah, blah, blah. Those all point to something, but dead ass, I mean, I don't know who's looking at camera or not on the stream, but like dead ass, I'm not playing. Y'all will find out what that means eventually, like just sometime in the future.
Just know you knew, bro.
Just know you knew, just know I knew.
Yeah, just know when you find out tomorrow, just know that I knew.
That's facts right there.
Yeah, whatever. Talk to your girlfriend from a different school or something.
Yeah, my uncle works at Nintendo.
Microsoft is his co-franchise or something.
Mooper Sands, Supermans. Yeah. Before we go into hot niggas, I've been giving people the bonus content. This little cute write-up for the project, going through some details here. Dissension is a dark parallel to the ascension of Jesus Christ. Of course, Jesus Christ, after that nigga was rip, after that nigga was resurrect, respawn, and after that nigga dip, went into heaven, that was what we call the ascension of Christ. And this is like a dark parallel to that where people think I'm descending. There's a world created to represent the perceived descent we're going through. I was inspired to do this album after I realized I was frequently aux cord lord at any given house party, function, flex. An increase in partying meant that in tandem with winning the crowd's favor with poignant song selections, I was falling victim to the criticism of onlookers from the outside. The version of myself that these people perceived was being placed in a lower setting, so to speak. They think I'm falling from grace. They aren't privy to my embrace. I don't care if they think I'm descending. It's going down at this gathering. None of my peers are bothered either, because we all live in dissension. This is the main cover art for the project, as you'll find it on streaming services. Got those sad orange eyes. I loved exploring the stark colors here and the pitch black blacks, and the data moshing, the pixel sorting here. Very cool. The re-inspired Team Future logo, which I was inspired to like do touches like that after I kind of gave it a border on the tape. So I think I'm gonna keep doing that throughout the project, kind of like make its own version every time. The main album art used for they see me and see something else. I feel like the orange in my eyes clearly evokes evil, possessed imagery, but the specific look I'm giving here is almost tragic, almost as if my eyes are filled with a sadness induced by criticism. This is the SoundCloud cover art for the project. It almost reads as silly to me.
Going,
Me when I get 3-stocked by some Lemmy in my arena.
When he gets zeroed to death by me.
By some Luigi in my arena. They see a fallen DAX, one corrupted by the world around. There's some pixel sorting on my face. It drags my face down along with my morals. Hopefully you can notice the descent into madness. Totally love that. And then the alternate kind of like special nobody has this cover art. It's just insane. They perceive me and subsequently place me in that spiraling fantasy. Here I am as a resident. I wasn't in love with the idea of having the album's name displayed for this album, but this was my favorite attempt at that. The descent is at its peak with my enraged face overwhelming the canvas. Think of it as a progression, right? Here I'm like, and here I'm like, and here I'm like, so yeah, that's kind of how I see it. Exactly. So yeah, that's the progression there. Shout out my teeth. Here's the teaser trailer when the project was announced. It's muted. Great. Boot.
Bouncy cannon save the game.
Bad bitch from Texas like Alamo. Rock the new fashion, I'm Alamo. You best not forget it like Alamo. So these two bougie went by the boat. Dressings reflecting like talent shows. Got the best first impression, so have a go. Don't cut with the facts and it's half a dose.
Yee. The track list. I mean, I don't know if anyone wanted to say anything about the video, but Yee. You can see it's kind of split in half here. I guess this is spoilers for what I was talking about, but two halves by the logo, divided in two halves by the logo for the UN-funded artificial intelligence changing an idle data algorithm. What that mean? I don't know. So yeah, talking about the philosophy of the design here, a lot of spray paint. Yep.
Spray paint.
It contrasts with the solid, stark shapes. There's no natural glow on anything here. Like I didn't make anything glow in a Photoshop sense, but I did in fact make things glow with the residue of spray paint. And this is kind of like that color palette. Very crazy. I love it. This is how I started with the project. It's very highlighter-esque. Everything's exaggerated, right? This is the banner. Yee, what I use on SoundCloud. You can even see the muse for this project. On almost every project that I've made, funny enough, there's like a woman that I had in mind.
It was Dino Nas or some shit.
So, like, for example,
we made music for shorties.
That's right. On Future Fantasy, it was literally Lightning from fucking Final Fantasy 13. On Arene, it was that girl Kelsey at Father Kels, who's this chick right here, who also happened to have pink hair. Or in Done Dreaming, it was Adrian Ho. Is he gonna pause? Nope, I gotta pause it. Shorty right here. On Daxling, of course, it's 02. On the tape, funny enough, it's Emily Oberg, which is this shorty right here. I mentioned her on the first song of the project. And yeah, for Dissension, it was actually some twins. It was, which is to say, the same person. But you'll see them throughout the cover arts. Here are the individual cover arts. I took a dab in Sun Valley. That's the shorty in question. Glassy Eyes, Malaise, a la Mode, Dissension, Shorty's Back, Cuídate bien, Pórtate mal, Schadenfreude, and I Took a Trip in Silver Spring. And you can tell which ones are the songs with no features / the songs that are like sort of pivotal, because those are the songs with the shorty in question. The book ending songs, I Took and I Took, and of course the titular song, Dissension. Just some more promo art. The track list in full. And that's Dissension as a work. Last but not least, I just want to show you guys the document. We've been going through the Evernotes as well. The document for the project, this is the hub where I would collect all my ideas. I wrote like kind of what I was feeling, what it would mean. Look at this rule. When working on the single art, make sure all the spray paint is soft around the edges. Like just stuff like that. Resources for the cover art, for the motion graphics, things I wanted to look into. Visually, I wanted this, blah, 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 blah. In terms of how I wanted the track list to be, maybe do 6 songs. I think the energy should ramp up from songs 3 to 4. Stuff like that. Look at these inspirations in terms of music. Travis Scott's Can't Say, Jack Harlow's Sylvia, Juice WRLD's The Bee's Knees, Bad Bunny's Ni Bien Ni Mal, Comethazine's Blicky, Young Thug's Jump Out the Window, Uzi's All My Chains, Future's I Said the Bass, and Fuego's Dragon Room. So a lot of that. These the track list with the concepts beside them, the people who I wanted on them, and almost like instructions for myself. So you can see me really map out that intro here. The track list simplified, so I could just look at it at a glance. The cameos, all the cameos that you can find on the project. We got Lay, Archer, Lou, Joe, Kai, J-Walk, Kenya, Kai again, Chris, and Kai again. All the tag uses, because I have several tags to the Team Future thing. Some one-liners that would help me, like if I had to fill in something and I didn't have a line in mind, I could go there.
You are wild organized, bro.
Yeah, and literally just for stuff that I care about. Like in anything else, I don't. But like when it comes to these albums, I map it out.
I've been just making music, bro. I've never mapped a thing out in my life. I just said I'm gonna do this shit, and I did it.
In terms of features I wanted, you can see here. I wanted a hella sketchy beat. Yeah, and I knew I wanted some plug shit. And
it's RIP to a real one.
And it's RIP to a real one.
Mm-hmm.
And some more instructions, features, tentative features people I didn't get to. Production, some genius stuff. Working on the typography, the shorty in question, kind of figuring out, is that gonna load? All right. Yeah, it's not. Great, but not that important. All of that was to serve the making and the inspiration of the project. And this was supposed to be the one that you think about the least. So consider all that. I like Pool saying that the stuff I've been alluding to is going to be referenced 3 projects later. And he says, me getting 3-stocked by DAX is the epitome of the cover art of niggas yelling and being upset. Gotta love it.
I don't think Poof knows what true pain is.
Yeah, we might have to get into some true pain later on the stream for all I know.
Bro, I go through true pain literally every fucking night, dude.
All right, boy, it's time.
It's time. We're here.
Yeah, this is what I'm here for.
Right.
the #1 DAX album on my list.
Okay.
Fuck everything else.
Through it all, the most important one. You know, I've had collab projects before, very few. Like I said yesterday, yesterday. I don't know, I think it was yesterday. That Daxling and the Bazanks was the first time I ever did a collab project. And it was with, in fact, Bizarre. Second time being with Bizarre again. And given how the roster repeats itself from 1 and 2, it's almost as if, you know, the collab project was with all those buddies as well, like Camo God, Peso, Jaywalk, and its producers. But on Hot Niggas, we get a true Bemunity outing, or at least the closest thing to it.
What a powerful album art off the bat,
right?
Like just so strong, just so good.
Yeah, there's gonna be no bonus content in terms of, you know, an art breakdown for this project. But yeah, I mean, what can be said or what can't be said about this cover art? Very meme-ish. Uh-huh.
This was hot.
Yeah, it's hot, and it's got our niggas on it.
Yeah, that's what.
You know, you got the subtle Bemunity in the top right, the Fuchs with the draped in silencers logo in the left. I mean, let's read this, and I want to give its backstory with Peso in a second. The description reads as such: it's a Hot Wheels mixtape from Bemunity with love. Watch Hot Wheels World Race. Watch Hot Wheels Acceleracers. All 4. Enjoy. P.S. Mattel, make part 5 or else.
They still have yet to heed our warning, but they don't know.
Exactly.
We've got an inside man.
Executive producer, Bizarre Good Boy.
Yeah.
So, you know, Peso, correct me if I'm wrong at any point here. Trev, yes, that is in fact Matt Houston in the back.
Yes, yeah, that's it.
That's who that is. But basically how this happened is that infamously enough, one time we were playing Smash, and, you know, we ended up placing a bet. It was going to be a best of 3, I believe. It was a doubles match. I forget what exactly the roster was. Was it Peso and I versus Bizarre and Lax?
Yes.
Okay. And the bet on the line was that if they lost, meaning Lax and Bizarre, they had to watch some dumb anime that we had in mind, like either Mega Man or like Beyblade or something. But if Peso and I lost, I had to watch the entirety of One Piece, which is a show that I've sort of been avoiding, given its length. But yeah, I mean, it was a close set. It came down to game 3, and it, you know, there was an opportunity for us to counter because we lost the second game, so we had a counter pick, and you know, my nigga Peso decided that Bridge of Eldin was going to be the one to decide our fate.
Woohoo!
Which is to say,
that would happen. You should have known that would happen.
Which is to say, we lost. So I am forever indebted to get at that show before I pass away. So, you know, that's something I got to do. But something that was born from that was that we started talking about, like, yo, and if we watch this, you got to watch that, and you got to watch this, and blah, blah, blah. And we were going through all these old-ass childhood IPs and franchises that we enjoyed. And then it just sort of happened. We realized, wait a second. You know, I'm not the only one that was aware and had seen the Hot Wheels movies from back in the day. Peso knows about it. Dax knows about it. And my niggas don't know about it. It became our task to put everybody on to this IP, to the fact that Hot Wheels, you know, Mattel at one point had made movies about its franchise, and that they were actually pretty good.
Yeah, them shit's banging.
Exactly.
I'm about to go get some water, but yeah, best fucking movies of all time.
Like, honestly, I didn't know. I didn't understand how they just got the plot and like lore that deep.
Exactly. So, I mean, part of the fun from there on out was putting our niggas onto the franchise, and you know, guaranteeing them, look, it's good. Believe us, trust us. And I mean, as you can see by the creation of this project, our niggas were actually, you know, enjoying what it was. Like, Omar loved it, Camo loved it, Lax loved it. Just about everybody, even some people not on this project, ended up being convinced about it. And in honor of it, we had to make music about it. I mean, it all started off with the fact that, you know, there were some hip-hop instrumentals in the show, and Camo, silly enough, rapped on one of the hip-hop, like, songs that were on the OST.
It just had an open spot, and I was like, yo, I'm not like, yo, Dax, what if I just, there's an open spot, want to just make a joke song or something?
That's an open right there, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, sure, and then, you know, I did that. I sent him the open, essentially.
Yeah.
All I gotta say is shout out my nigga Kadeem, bro.
That's right. R.I.P. Spoilers.
Honestly, this project is just spoilers for those who haven't watched Acceleration.
Exactly, because we definitely talk about it all in here.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that the natural progression was from there. We realized there's a lot of things to work with here in terms of the music from the show, and a lot of concepts to kind of poke fun at. So the producers got to work, man, and I mean, shout out to the Community producers. I mean, some great work done here.
They were delicious, bro. They cooked.
They definitely cooked, and they made it easy for us to just. Honestly, I think the purpose of this project is loosely reference the IP and just make general good time, fun, ignorant music.
Y'all gonna see why this is my favorite DAX project, bro.
That's right. So, is Peso back yet? He said he was getting water.
Oh, I'm here.
Okay, so yeah, with love from the community, with love. Welcome to the Accelodrome. We got the first song.
And don't ask for lyrics. They're most likely it's not gonna be here.
Yeah, I just got mine. So, can I park right here?
Yeah, this is.
I can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
Oh, because you still have it on what's it called? Your
on screens. That's right. Let's run it back. I mean, immediate Easter egg. That I mean, I'm not gonna keep this up in terms of all the samples, but that beginning part is when our protagonist Vert Wheeler meets up with the Diora 2, his chosen car by Dr. Tesla for the first time. So it really is the perfect introduction to this. Hey yo, can I park right here? Y'all good now, right?
Yeah, sir.
Hey yo.
Can I park right here? Jumping out the whip, blast off in the rear. Feeling like I'm trying to see if karma get a real, yeah. Hop into the realm, Accelodrome, I don't feel fear yet. That's 50 in the whip. Press in the back, wearing socks, red blocked. I'm the shit, brush off, and my kicks are clean. On the baseline when I hit the scene. Read the manual, I'm in perennial. I do it clutch, steady adding fuel, only gradual. Not too much. Highway 35, I'm live, acceleration. Whether it's the back or her back, I'm gonna chase it. Put up like, can I park right here? Going fast even when it starts like this. Fellow Chargers, man, you know I got the cars right here. I'm wild in this bitch, I might mark right here. And I'm a silencer whenever I'm whipping because the car right here. Then it's not right there, boy, it's hot around here. There's the whip, Dr. Tesla said the car right here. I'm like, damn.
Go! Hey!
You switch.
Yeah. Hop in the bass, I feel like Chicago. I feel like Taro. Just like a dream you ain't seeing tomorrow. Crashing, you full of that sorrow. I need the money, I need that bass. The baseline up with some Fendi. Man, an Acceleron, bitch, I'm a sin. Just like last movie, you know I'm not hitting. Biggest loud, baseline. Hit me up on FaceTime. Trucks, bitch, I stay fine. Hydroplaning, I got hang time. Whip it, I drifted. Just like you monkey, you sipping. I feel like Tesla, cause bitch, I've been pimping. Cup full of sounds, so purple, I'm drinking. Purple my drink. Shorty look good, she sound the same. Ice round when you look at my neck and you look at my wrist. It all look like a ring. Y'all niggas like no, y'all stay on the brink. Joy to the girl, come and knows how I think. Bringing joy to the world.
because of willpower.
When I drip, I hit shoulder. In the racing highways in the shoulder. Smash 472, how my chain looking colder. So I feel like Sherlock hit play, cause of course I'm starting. Man, I've been asking right here, can I park? Racing the hills after dark. DeLorean can tell you apart. Push start. Niggas out really cut it with Lonnie. You better wake it up. Take it go. Shit, how my whip got a beam. First portal, new race. How we fucking lost.
Hey.
Get it. Look at this movie. We ain't even get it. Beat, man, I ain't even sweat it. Hey, Southern Charger on me, I get it. Wait, Dr. Tesla, what he really about? Just watching, they started him out. Even gigs with stuff for the crowd. I'm drifting around. Shit so fast, they afraid of my whip. Workshop, man, they afraid of my drip. I'm sorry, afraid of my drip. The portal is open, you know we gon' whip. We out, bro. Let's go. I'm just in the whip. Come on, bro. We ain't got this Southern Charger shit, bro. It's called baseline, but I can baseline, you feel me? No, you're not coming, bro. Sit your own niggas ain't like me.
I'm gonna have to pause it right there before the transition, but Jesus, what an opening track.
Facts.
Oh my God.
This just gets you into the full swing of how things are going. Like Dex said before, like just loosely reference the IP and just fucking
be ignorant.
Yeah, just be ignorant the whole time.
Yeah.
So for the first half, I mean, I love it. You set the tone with that laid-back flow, really paying homage to the original song. Honestly, I feel like I could easily pull that up. Let me see. What? Crap, I just played again. Whoa. Hot Wheels. Oh, here we go. So, for those wondering, it's straight up a reference.
It's action.
Is it?
It's the call.
Nope. It's Drive, perhaps? Nope. You would think it's Hey yo, what song is it?
Yeah, I forget. Oh, I think I know what it is. I know what it is.
Accelerate?
Yeah, Accelerate, that's it.
Alright, here we go. Good game.
Put up like, can I park right here? Fresh from the pit.
So yeah, that's how that nigga delivers it, which we love. But at the same time,
he says nothing the entire time.
It's hilarious how lyrically generic Mattel got this nigga to spit. And we loved it because that line, that opening line of put up like, can I park right here, is so, like, what? Like, what are you talking, like, what's the problem? What are you even speaking about? What is the concern? It's so matter of fact, like so just real and strange that we had to make it just the focus, the meme here. So yeah, Camo nailed that. Very, very laid back. Of course, I referenced the Ferranial meme, Community shit, and some other stuff, and I literally say pulled up, can I power here? And then Peso, I mean, this man snapped too. What might seem like a very simple scheme with how much it seems like he's rhyming with the same thing. Shout out to Gamer being a dickhead in chat.
What is he a dickhead about? Huh?
He said, motherfucker just didn't want to pay at the parking meter. Don't judge.
Okay.
But yeah, Peso with the, I'm a silencer something. So the car right here, then it's not right here, and blah blah blah. It's like there's a short story told right there if you know anything about the silencers and how they be moving.
Honestly, like a lot of that, like when I'm rapping on shit like that, just to give people insight, like almost all of that is freestyled, and like some people just brush it off as like low effort.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's the only way, because like I'm like a vibe purist, and I feel like the vibe I wanted to capture was some like weird spiritual, like cryptic shit that fucking Action Bronson would say, like where Action Bronson would just say some fucking weird cryptic shit where he's like, I'm a vulture, demon, dinosaur in the penthouse, and you don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but like it's just like just the vibe that he's created.
Yeah, and honestly, this wouldn't be the first time where I was misguided on that, because for those of you that don't know, I also thought like, yo, at first, yo, Peso's verse, was that low effort? What was that on this joint? But I eventually came around on it. And another example of that in the review week, you'll see on the tape, the day where we reviewed the tape, I felt that same way about Peso's verse on The Move, but didn't realize that, you know, his performance being what it was, his lyrics were crazy. Like, he actually had so many jabs, like, per bar. And I just didn't, like, really, like, pay attention. So, I mean, I guess all in all, don't sleep, huh? That's really the message here.
Get you a Red Bull.
Yeah. And, I mean, the second half, crazy high energy. Shout out to Lax for that amazing beat flip. I went crazy when I first heard that. Camo always bringing the energy as per always. I think he said something that I wanted to like touch on. I love that line. Hydroplaning, I got hang time. So many references to the show.
It's a double entendre because the Diora was originally surfing fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also fucking Burt Wheeler just fucking gives up the entire fucking accelerator charge in a flip. Fuck that nigga.
Yeah, niggas be celebrating before the game's over. So, yeah, I mean, on my end, plenty of references. I love Shorty Wanted a Ring, but I got her the Wheel of Power. And of course, you know, Galorum, she's a bad bitch. She can, you know, just do her will onto me. And, you know, we're privy to this. We call this project Hot Niggas, and we knew that there's an element of, yo,
sus.
Yeah, is this sus? Like, what's going on here? Like, Hot Niggas? Like, what are y'all about to talk about? Like, the logo really helps you understand immediately, but like if I just told you you should check out my project Hot Niggas, you'd be like, all right, what are we gonna get to here?
Bro, is he the hot nigga, or is he talking about hot niggas, bro?
Yeah. So
I got questions.
So like
the block is hot, and so are these niggas.
So and honestly, I sell it more in the direction of like, you know, that's funny meme shit. I don't mind if that's what y'all think, but on top of that, Hot Niggas, I say. I really caught up with Lonnie about a week ago, which of course is a reference to the song Hot Nigga by Bobby Shmurda, Freedom Man, almost out the pen.
Facts.
Because, you know, he caught a body about a week ago. Let's toss that cap. And end this song here with the transition into the next. Highway 35. Yes. Eno on the beat. Hey.
They really know I'm the best that's up through the wall. Chopper like Birdman, you know it'll shoot the crowd. Like set 36, I'm like who's a girl? And then no Galorum better call me. When she switches gears, never stalls me. When I hit the steer, I'm wearing ball, man. I feel like Drake is baby's all me. I'm in Hot Wheel City, do you copy? I'm in the she's in the we in the they in the all in the us in the we in the right in the let's go.
Love that hook. In this transition? Uh-huh. Ain't no snap.
I'm finna drive, I'm in the whip, she finna ride, she with her shit, look at the time, quarter to split, a quarter to gig, quarter to fit, quarter.
I have to pause. The thing I wanted to say about Camo earlier, or not even Camo, a line that stood out on the second half of the last song was, even gigs switched up for the clout is now a classic Bermunity meme. These are all memes that we're making right here. Just realize. So.
Yeah, Peso said that, but.
No, I know. That's why I said not even Camo the second half. But yeah, let's go.
That truck's on deck, it's in there in the gym. The euro to the way I had a split. I'm taking slingshot out just for a trip. Accelerations beat a click. 80 or an 80 on the nerd beater. I'm the world leader. Try to give an F to a bird dealer. Take a fin and take you out alert, Peter. Second to the last doesn't work either. Every check you want, you the worst feature. Body the body.
body so hard it hurts. Stealer, got a skirt, she wanna dash a vert wheeler.
I was driving before birds could fly. I was driving before I could drive. I was whipping before I could cry. I was driving before I was alive. You ain't whipping, nigga, you was alive. Rival when whipping, you finna get fried. I ain't gigging you, nigga, I know you a spy. Lonnie next to me, I'm gripping the thigh. Surrounded by water like islanders, hop in the pit and we rioters. DMV, nigga, no licensor, but I put plates in my face and no diet her. Selling charges, I acquire them. I am no liar, you shitty, we die for them. They looking for me, that ain't my concern. Real G's more like the silencers.
Tension, have me with a tackle, but bitch, I'm a maniac. I grip the metal, no iron. Feel like I'm Benji, I hop in the whip, but I gotta go dip and get lost in the fire. Shout out to Karma, she bad and she busty. I'm losing my focus, I'm out Papa tired. I feel like I'm Tesla with coilovers, and my car getting lower while I'm getting higher. You win a race, but you lose where it counts, so I guess you was over and you should retire. I feel like you're Rocco, I hop in the baseline, bitch, I am the baseline, and you are the high. I'm sipping on silencer, purple my cup, and I do not break down even when things are dire. And you never realize that you was a schemer, and you was a camper, and you was a liar.
And that was Highway 35. Of course, a reference to the very first movie in all of this IP. The one where there was, in fact, a world race, given all the references here. They already know I'm the best. That's all through the world. What are our thoughts on this song, guys?
I mean, overall, it was pretty good. It wasn't high energy camo, but I definitely had like some clever bars.
This is one of Eno's best beats.
Yeah, no, I had to say, out of everything that stands out, Eno's production was crazy on this one. Like, he snapped, for real.
Yeah, it's funny because the song originally was just this latter half. But then what we realized is that there was a hot part of that same sample a little earlier on in the original sample. So I was like, Eno, is there any way you can like make a beat out of that too? It might be another song. And then, you know, we find a way to put it all together, transition it, and it's just this grand beat in only 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So, I mean, he defo snapped though. It looks like a gamer agrees, saying precisely that, one of the top 3 beats on the album and top song for him. Interesting, top song for him. I love that. And that Lax snapped on his verse, which I can defo agree to. Yeah, and Trev fucks with it too. Next up, we've got the eulogy. Remember the meme.
This is the meme. This is just a meme.
Rest in peace.
That's right.
Shit, I don't even know what you just
This
said.
is that song.
Shit can crank on God. In the Hot Wheels, I be riding around, I'ma flip it. I be hitting supersonic in the speed is triple digits. Hyper pie hitting hyper speeds till I pass out. Sell a treasure on me, I be riding with the jack out. I'ma win the race, I ain't maniac attack. If I see you tryna pass me, you know I ain't gonna let you. I be selling night trucks too in Metropolis. I'm a hot nigga where I got these niggas copping it.
Let's go.
Action, how we smash it down.
Love that.
Contatos curvas, ellos sin frenos. Break next, don't break next, speed up and clutch pedal. Only with the truly a maniac with the metal. Whether second, third, or last, and first, I won't settle. Tackle on my sleeve, I leave and I won't stop. My team is the most high, y'all keep playing on roadblocks. I'm feeling like pork chop, how you niggas fear the drip and just drown. Better like next time in the round, I'm saying. Ready for action, how we smash it down. Down quick, we bounce, waste to win, down to the last down. I'm ready for action, how we smash now. Down quick, we bounce, victories given to the school.
This is a crazy ass hook. Shout out to whoever snapped on that, bro.
Yeah. Without them, I wouldn't have had the open.
Slamo with the beam.
A-rap music type beat, says Trev. Hard agree. Let's go.
Benji can still on smoking a big tree. With the rest of the fastest to whip me. Marilla off the white like she Whitney. Don't just spit my bitch. Crazy. Up to the deep. Just a come for your head. Disney. I'm about to throw it back. Frisbee. Looking damn near like a fucking chimney. I never found. With the joint
is hard.
Now I'm up in the stars. And you on the jump ground stuck in some tar. I'm walking the whip and I'm crashing the car.
Hey, got my trucks in my car. Slow at 300 miles per hour. Bust down all of my wrists again like Wheel of Power. Homie, you think you fast, but it won't make a difference. You niggas look like sipping. Bitch like Lonnie, I talk and she listen. More ball, I get red cross wanna whip it.
That's some fring shit right there, nigga.
Fring. Oh god, that's hard.
Oh my god.
Omar just came in so saucy.
Yeah.
Got that trucks in my car. 300 miles per hour. Oh my gosh.
That B rhyme go crazy, huh?
I love that Omar raps because that nigga just got so much sauce. Like he sliding.
He got so much lasagna, bro.
Yeah. All the ragu.
I just realized here that we got a bizarre upload on this. A re-upload. That's got 1,000 plays. Jesus Christ.
Let's get it, baby.
I'm gonna check that out later. But
No, what I gotta steal later.
I
stole the beat.
I love that first half. So classic. Makes me think of like 50 Cent so much. I love my little thing of people know the big meme of 70-second reminiscent to bring into heaven, like all that bullshit. So on this one, since it's car themed, I'm like 70-second revving, I'm revving up, which is funny. For those wondering, the Spanish part here, "Tú con tantas curvas y yo sin frenos," is basically a Spanish pickup line of, "Dang, you got all those curves and I'm over here without any brakes," which is to say she's hot.
Yeah, she's the back roads.
And that's why I said break necks, don't break next, and because it's alluding to all that.
Body like a back road shorty.
That's right. Shout out to Pork Chop because that nigga hate water for whatever reason. Drip or drown, man. I mean, and that second half is just so fun. I love that it's short verses. We're not overstaying our welcome here. I mean, that's pretty much the approach to hot niggas in general, right? The checklist isn't filled with long ass songs at all.
Yeah, we don't got like a 7-minute R&B song talking about
we
like
literally
a theme or something.
Exactly. Which we damn near did that.
We damn near did.
Yeah, we wanted a Take Care style Marvin's Room remix to something.
That's fucking hilarious.
Concerning Kadeem, but we dropped it.
Taking accelerator charges till it all goes bad.
Bro.
A lot of Kadeem fell off lines here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Anything else to say about it?
This was culture the song, bro.
Nah, the next song is culture the song.
I mean,
Yeah, you're right.
This is sort of like the pseudo climax of the project.
Yeah. So, actually, we'll save it for after.
Okay. So, I mean, and I love the branding on this too. I'll get into the branding of both the Dissension and Hot Niggas later. But the fact that this song is just called Yo. If you know anything about Scirocco's character, I mean, you know why. But let's get into it. Omar on the beat.
Yep. This part's not Omar though, but he will definitely tag it.
Yeah, you'll notice when he's in. Let's go!
Over the click and I keep it click. And I fire a clip and the shit's a bit. I wear stuff all in the shot to Richie. Hit my pole and she getting sticky. Bitch, I go mania, but I'm a take it. I got a new whip, but that shit look like Reaver. Why would I hop on the beat? I'm in 200 while I dress on the street. Hey, you finna crash like a flashback.
This is a hatchback.
I'm finna crash that. I'm finna pass that. Tesla, I'm fucking it up. Shout out to Tesla, spurt my cup. And she wanna talk, I wanna fuck. I feel like gang, I'm charging it up.
I took my guap and I zoomed, and I proposed to my zoom. Yeah. Sweeping the streets with the broom, and I feel like her wild got a squabble of Gucci clips. My niggas be on some stupid shit. Accelerate so I do the drip, y'all boy just losing quick, but really proving shit. And you know that's on that day homies now. Ain't no red on me now. I ain't wear orange, I'm wearing blue. 17 red on me now. Don't you go call the fades on me now. I go riding with the tag, holy how. Herman's really got them legs, holy cow. Do the wheel of power, then slowly out. Let's go.
Got a glick with the silence, we're perfect. I'm finna challenge. Music can change it like a calendar. I hop in the Reaver, I keep me a beat. Y'all niggas fell off like your name was Kadeem. It ain't a dream. Hop in the Tesla with Dr. Tesla. I sit on the night charts like Dr. Pepper. Y'all niggas switch like you gay. I bring you out like a twig. I get the notches, I hop in the whip and I run for the fade. Y'all niggas talk cause y'all niggas change. I ain't got no red. What I put in the coop. Yeah, you know I'm finna shit to the roof. All of my pizza, you know we do. Take on my king and we ride as a group. I'm finna give me the charger and dash. Cruising through portals, 300 my dash. First wheeler whip and drifting past. First wheeler whip to the whip in half. Oh my god, I'm lit. What? Mark while you a jig. Shift gear, drift. Shift gear, drift. At his father, they split.
Shift gear, drift. I'm real with you. Wanna see your hands up and drop them. All the other races, I'm beyond them. Get off the track, nigga, knock them off. I'ma do it for the vinyl swap. Whipping the lower on shit, get high. Water on shit, get pops. Red light, stop. Kadima, watching them drop. Hyperpod on me, that's big body whip. Big body last on some big body shit. I'm racing for money, I race for a pay. I see you around, I'ma give all these dash. She doing the splits, just like her wheeler had. She was too loud, I had to silence her like her wheeler's dad.
Let's go. So that was Yo. I'm gonna let y'all start. What do y'all think about that?
Okay, so a bit of insight on this. I've said this before, but this is the song that quite literally started the actual work on the EP.
Yeah.
Because at some point we were in a Discord call and I was like, I'm about to do something real quick.
Yeah.
And then I came back with this and I just played it and everyone was like, yo, just send that. And then Omar was like, just send it to me. I'm about to make a beat real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
And that started the whole wheel of production.
The wheel of power, some might say.
Yeah.
I just have to say, there are like a lot of main components that I heavy fuck with in this song. So first off, like classic camo in the beginning, like that it's consistent, clean, and I fuck with that. And then the return of auto-tune DAX, which is always a good time.
Yeah.
Especially when you got Peso and Lex to follow it up, which is great. It's great to have. So
that's true. Yeah, that is an interesting contrast. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Peso, anything before I go?
Yo, I still can't believe Nolo fucking used that fucking shit that popped up at the bottom of your whip while he was fucking flipped over and then trapped himself there.
And
then almost got hit by a fucking semi-truck.
That was in like the city realm or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Demo trap.
Yeah.
High-key, stupidest shit I've ever seen. I don't know why the song reminded me of that, but that shit was so fucking funny.
That's when he used the Vine Accelercharger, the Swamp Realm Accelercharger.
It created a Vine bridge under you, and his car was flipped over. So it just created a Vine casing over him.
Yeah, just dumb shit.
Just dumb, stupid. But this song is crazy. This song is so good that, like, it's a good driving song. It bangs in the whip. It's also amazing to play Mario Kart 2.
Yes.
I feel like the kind of weird trance, like 80 BPM, whatever you want to call that shit, shit that like Scirocco was like about.
Oh yeah.
I feel like shit like that should be implemented more into shit like rap. I feel like it sets such a good tone for this song.
That bass.
And as the beat evolves, like, I don't know, like I'm a sucker for transitions and I'm a sucker for like shit like that. But like I feel like it's the first time I've ever heard something get done like that.
Yeah. Because it's almost like it starts in a different genre, and the BPM never changes. So
never.
Yeah. So it is very interesting. Shout out to Omar who snapped for sure. Won't be the last time you hear him snap. Yeah. I mean, I love this. I mean, as Camo said, I definitely fell in love with the idea of putting more effort into this after I heard his open. Something I guess worth noting from like an artist perspective or from a rapper's perspective, that this project is actually carried a lot by what we call the DMV flow, or what maybe DMV people might say is the DMV flow, which is a sort of like which is sort of like punching in and specifically like rhyming with an earlier swing on the beat or whatever, because of how how readily you're punching in or whatever. And I think this project is carried by that, not in terms of quality, but in that a lot of our writing process, because it wasn't that deep, was, look, you heard the beat, we just have to punch in mentally in terms of our lyrics and just put whatever the hell comes out, right? And I mean, it's all the better for it. I mean, this beat's hot. Everybody did their thing. I don't think there's even a way for people to understand this Bemunity meme, but I'm wearing orange, I'm wearing blue is a reference to a time Camo made fun of me on a song.
That song never coming out, but what's it called? Speaking of the DMV thing or the punch-in thing, I remember like on your YouTube channel, this song actually got a comment saying Camo sounds like 83 Hades.
Yeah. Which you'll also hear on the rest. What you've already heard and will hear as you go into the project some more. Yeah. No, I mean I love it. This really is sort of like the hot nigga song, I guess. And I see Gamer said something here. I agree with Peso there. Racing games hit with that song. I spent like an hour or two listening to Yo on repeat while playing Forza. Amazing. I love that. DAX was a Clemson logo. Can someone explain that to me? What is he referring to here? I guess Trev will explain it a bit after he hears that. But next up we've got There's the Portal.
We're almost at my favorite song.
Produced by Odwin. Whoa, I just paused it.
Orange and blue are the Clemson colors, DAX.
Ah! Keep it.
Keep it 300 like I came from old block. Beat at 300 and know that I won't stop. Keep it bumping, accelerate on shows up. Face at the sun that she wants on my most up. Beat up room, nothing, just sit for my close up. One race campeones can see me on posters. Come on, be honest, no one can approach us. We be the hottest of workers, I promise. I got a Puerto Rican bitch that ain't modest. The cloud stay modded and just like he modded. She really need a part 5 and I hope that you're listening, but I mean, Camo's hot and the end cousin was up in here busting, so I had a pat tail. Peso said he's on his last pill. Darren Taylor said it's mad trill. Beezers are afraid and thinks less of himself, so we had to go finish the less for himself. Try to tell him that he'll better himself if he watches Hot Wheels and secretly does run the less of himself.
Yeah, hot nigga too.
Don't be like Darren Taylor, angle like Uncle. My fingers too, left wrist, feel like Taro. Out of time, I don't mind. I've been whipping Excella drones, what a car.
Somebody told me you don't try me. You don't wanna see me when I'm driving. You niggas could be no surviving. But me and my gang be thriving. Backtrack loose, I'm sliding. Hydroplane, I'm sliding. I just put diamonds on my wrist. I think that Carmen needed icing. Carry arms like Torque, but I get more head than on David Gonzalez. Boy, shot bitch, I'm the biggest in town. What's smooth with silence because I'm that modest. I try to shoot, I boost with the hottest. They see me move, they know that I'm on it. I need a bitch that look like a goddess. I'ma go with Lottie cause she flawless. Oh my god.
Okay, so that was There's the Portal. One of my favorite moments on this is that we actually got to tie in another Bemunity meme in here at the end of my verse with I've been whipping Excella drones with a car.
And that's a reference to Galaga.
Yes.
Which is a story in of its own, but to shorten it, me, Dax, and Peso got in a stew in LA and the Galaga was the result.
Exactly. And from this song, one of Camo's notable lyrics, I could just look up car, I guess.
Right there. Go down.
Shout out Dak, shout out Peso, Sailor Moon out of Mars.
I've been out here whipping in LA with a car.
Yeah. Which in of itself, now that I think about it, isn't the meme. The meme is even more than that because car was a meme.
Yeah.
Which I believe came from when we first started discovering that it's hilarious to just say a single word
as a response to something that's important.
Exactly. We really became fans of reductionist humor, reducing concepts to like their most basic form.
Yeah, an example would be like, y'all niggas is Frozone, black, and then that would be simplified to y'all niggas is Frozone niggas.
Right.
And then even further, you could go, y'all niggas is niggas.
Yeah.
And then the final step is niggas.
The philosophy here is that everything can all be reduced back to niggas.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think with Car, that may or may not have been born out of something
know
with like Oddwin or like I think it was like a Cars 2 down to Cars or just Car or something like that. What do you got?
No, I remember what it was from. It was from Bizarre texted you in the community chat saying, yo, Dax, you finished like the artist or like fucking concepts for Tulip Fiora or something, and you were like, Car. And that was the first instance of it.
Yeah. Which I mean, think about it. A legitimate question being asked, and all you get is Car in response. You are left bewildered, no? So our man's Camel referenced that, and I referenced him with I've been whipping in like Jones at the Car instead of LA. Which really shows you that the lineage goes deep. And Bumunity, that shit's been out here for a while. You just didn't know about it. One of the running jokes in this song is that I keep doxing my co-host here, Lax, by referring to his government name, Darren Taylor, which he hates when I do that. So, I do it. I also poke fun of Bazaar, since there was a meme of him never being able to finish Celeste, the game, because he was afraid of himself, which is a huge theme within Celeste. So I talk about that and also say that he wouldn't be afraid of himself if he just watched Hot Wheels, and he could be a hot nigga as well, instead of being like Darren Taylor, Big Lax, who collects Funko Pop figures, which I will neither confirm nor deny if it is a true fact or not. Of course, he fires back by saying more head than on David Gonzalez, which is in fact my government name. So the battle was on.
And also that they referenced my cousin.
Yeah, we reference Camo's hot Indian cousin.
Where she's 18 now.
Who is in fact 18. So get off my back. And Pat Tail is a play on words of the, I guess, common Indian last name, right? Patel.
Yeah.
And it rhymes with Mattel. And that's where the portal was. Any other thoughts about that before we go into the last song?
The beat crazy.
Yes.
I fuck with the almost like sort of Kanye X / Shop Boys vibe.
Wow. Okay. I love Shop Boys. Okay.
It's just the very guttural sound of like an electric guitar, or something along the lines. So like I think that shit that does something like that and sort of strays away from there's got to be a drum and a fucking brass and we need strings. Like it doesn't always have to be that, and I fuck with that. But on to the best song in the fucking world. This is my shit.
The only negative thing I actually have about the last song is that I realize it's a little less musical than the others because the memes kind of came to the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I mean,
you go with the cover, right?
I was specifically saying with the song before this, the song "There's the Portal," because Lax and I mostly go for that sort of free verse style. Actually, Lax has joined the call as of right now. Welcome. You're here for the very last song, which at least you're on.
I saw Hot Nigga Summer, and I was like, well, I gotta be there for this one.
Okay,
this is it.
So yeah, the meme culminates. I mean, I guess I'll explain a little bit of the theming and stuff in a bit, but yeah, Hot Nigga Summer. Let's close this out. If I could press start. Let's go!
She throw it back while I'm racing on track. The baseline hit 200 on the dash. should hear the reverb when I crash. Bad bitches only come where they at. Hey, hit the dance on them. Two bad bitches with some ass on them. I feel like bro, we'll throw the cash on them. I ain't gonna pass on them, but I might just crash on them.
I hate this shit.
Let's go.
Hey. Baby, let that cash fall. Hit the asphalt. Driving get distracted if I panic, it's your ass fault. I just entered the aquatic ground. You really got it now. Go ahead and drop it down. It's that pole position. Switch that pole position. All your girls can get it. It's a no mission. Don't abort the mission. Hands up on my stick shit. We can go get lit. Quick, winner in the work.
Omar was on that?
Yeah. Isn't that technically Shofu?
I mean, Omar uses the tag.
Yeah. Oh my god.
This shit was so powerful.
Bro, we need to like pull up to like a drive-in
and make a music video for that.
Yep. And then just have this fucking blowing out these subwoofers, bro.
And honestly, we just need to get some bitches too, so they could be in there.
Bro, it's a drive-in. There's already bitches there.
Like that.
Yo, bitches do love drive-ins.
Oh god.
Oh my god, what is this tech that's being shared? I don't even know.
That bitches like weird hipster shit like that.
Yeah, fair.
Wow, we're in a car watching a movie? Oh my god!
That's so different from just going to a movie theater.
Gosh, I'm so quirky.
Hey, stop it. No quirky lines around me.
You know what it does to me?
You know I have trauma with previous people.
Yeah, with the Q word, bro.
Yeah. But, what's it called? Wow, what a banger. I love that it all comes together with, you know, the project is called Hot Niggas, but we got Hot Nigga Summer, which is, of course, a reference set of Meg the Stallion, you know, for a hot girl summer, of course. I almost blanked, Jesus. Since this is, like, such a crazy song, I had to switch up the cover art and put in the meme bass boosted edition.
Now, honestly, this is like stupid hilarious if you, because it's a bunch of inside jokes as a fucking.
So many.
Yeah, like, do you have like just the artwork like saved somewhere?
I don't think so.
I think it like just zoom in on some of this.
No. Wait,
yo, okay, hold on. Funniest anecdote. It just now hit me because I'm fried. So like I have my own natural latency going on right now.
Yeah, right.
But you were talking about the cover, and then somebody said Shofu.
Yeah.
Funniest thing when Shofu was listening to this project and we were talking about it. I think the funniest moment was when we were all looking at the cover. We were all laughing at the whole Galorum thing.
Yes.
That was like the main thing. And then the funniest thing is that some random dude in the Discord call is like 30 people deep. We're all laughing at this one shit. And some dude's just like, yo, who's the little robot?
Yes.
Like, they couldn't even tell that was a person. That was the funniest shit. They were like, what do you want, a squirrel? What is that? Jaywalk, no. Niggas was just packing on Jaywalk for like 15 minutes. Funniest moment ever.
I guess in terms of bonus content, I could go through the PSD here, but yeah, I mean this joint is hilarious. I mean, to close out the thought on the song, shout out Omar for making a twerk anthem out of Hot Wheels content and a Peso Pete line.
Literally just saying Vert Wheeler Whippy.
Peso, is that song unreleased or like?
I was literally just about to say that song isn't even out.
I'm pretty sure that song doesn't exist.
Because I think the only time we ever heard that in the public was on ID3, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, it's a deep cut, but that's a line from an unreleased Peso song.
That shit is funny though. That this song, like, it just clicked to me. Yeah, this song came out before that song ever even got considered.
Yeah, there was another instance like that. Bizarre Daxman, the last song, Rio U, I referenced Girl Nobody Else, which had not come out yet, and it eventually dropped on the Shiga tape. So there's a lot of stuff like that where we're aware of some memes that aren't even available to the public yet. But love that. I love that everybody on this song got in their bag of writing to some strip club shit, you know? Like, especially that I'm, you know, the meme is mostly that I would be at fault, you know, but anybody could succumb to rapping not appropriately to this, you know, on some dumb, like, lyrical, spiritual, or even an ya would not work here, you know? Because that isn't that. You need your repetition. You need your grimy innuendos, which we have plenty of. Camo slides. I love that he opens it. I love that we have our little like sounds before our verses and stuff, and that Lax like rises out with the whip stutters, all of that. It's all great.
Exactly. Honestly, for that, the entire time that plays, I always think of like the Untitled Chapter seizure dance thing he does.
Oh my god!
And he's just like,
that exact sequence of events goes through my mind.
So
my mom's an alcoholic.
Let's see here. So yeah, we're gonna do like a quick boring thing, and then we're gonna go into the PSDs to close it off, and then we'll rank or whatever the hell at some point. Something I wanted to get out the way though was because I've been doing this for some of the other albums, just going through some of the metadata on these. So like for example on Hot Niggas, there's a lot of little things that I hide in descriptions and the URL, as you guys already know because you guys are Immunity. On Can I Park right here, the URL is designated parking spaces. Because duh. The description is welcome to the Accelodrome. We're starting. Highway 35, the URL is dinky ass road sign. And the description is winner of the world race, first place. Because that's relevant. The URL for you to remember Kadeem is whether Maniac or Teku. And the description is that man sure got edge guarded. Because RIP Kadeem.
No cap. He got fucking got.
Yeah, that nigga took too long at ledge, ran out of invincibility, and someone just down smashed.
Spiked, bro.
Yeah.
Luigi downtown on his ass.
On Yo, the URL is real talk. Karma really got some nice legs. Shout out my horny ass. And the description is Shirako with the system, because the sample is from Shirako's themes. On There's the Portal, the URL is 300 miles per hour. And the description is, I'm gonna pass you. And a Hot Nigga Summer, I love this URL. I'm about to prindle on that ass.
Oh, yeah, fucking park reverse, neutral drive low.
Shout out my automatic transmission niggas.
I hate it.
The superior race. And the description is, she's just mad because I'm a hot nigga.
Oh, God.
Honestly, what a horrible year to just drop that song. We just didn't have a summer.
Oh God!
Oh my God!
On everything.
I have not thought about that because, I thought it was perfect that we dropped that when we did in April.
Yeah, great for the summer. Would we? Yep.
For reference, we did drop it on April Fool's Day, and And it would have been perfect, but damn, ain't no niggas getting hot.
No cap.
Summer.
Yeah, ain't no niggas getting summer. Real quick through Dissension. Let me see what these. The URL for Sun Valley is I'll rest when I can call my account balance. Of course, you want your account balance to look like a phone number. And the description is California Dreaming, don't bring me down. Glassy Eyes, the URL is she only humors when it's 80 proof. And the description is crossfaded when I'm crossfaded. Malaise, his URL is put that on me, not on y'all, not on mom, not on God. And
Wonderful.
and this is, I just realized it's kind of, okay, never mind. I'm not going to say it. The description is, you can put it on me, put that on me, just don't get it on me. Which, I'm going to just say, let's say I'm referring to the beverage. Sure. On Ala Mode, the URL is fashion over function at the function functions for me. And the description is flat out before we're out. I believe that's DMV, right? The whole flat out situation. I don't know. Might be.
It should be. Big Lex doesn't know what Alamo means.
We explained that on this stream earlier, yeah. For the Dissension track, I might just lose myself in that, is the URL. The description is they're preying on my downfall, which is actually the tagline for, the project itself. Cuídate bien, portate mal. The URL is mis padres solo me dijeron para ayudar. Who? And the description.
Let me tell the fucking joke.
Who? And the description is misbehave. Duh. Schadenfreude. The URL is now quiet down. And the description is I love this part. Could you fail again? And lastly, on I Took a Trip in Silver Spring, the URL is how we're killing it at 3 a.m. How not, baby. And the description is back home. She's low key, down to get low.
Shout out, get low.
Shout out, get low.
Get low to that guy.
Get low with the kicks. Poof with the suggestion. When's cold niggas? It could go along with cold and frostbite.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
That just ain't gonna happen.
Oh my god.
Is that what we're calling the Bionicles meme?
That
the Bion niggas, it's cold niggas.
Hey, don't let the sauce out, but
I'm about to say camo, bro. Don't leak it. Now we gotta do like Transformers niggas or something.
Yeah, no cat.
Yeah, I can transform you. That's gonna be a reference.
Delete the vibe. Delete the vibe.
Community remix of I Can Transform.
That shit would be so ass. I do not want that. Hell no.
Camo, you down? I find it instrumental.
Stop.
Yeah, sure,
cease and desist. Oh my god. All right. I'm gonna stream the Photoshop Flows Be Pop in a second here. I guess first of all, let's get into this ranking. From number 13 onwards, we got Begin the Legend, dead last. Artificial EP Volume 1 at 12. 72 at 11. Future Fantasy at 10. AVR Forever at 9. Done Dreaming at 8. Bliss Plus Wonder at 7. Daxling and the Bazanks at 6. The Tape at 5. Bizarre Daxman at 4. Aureen at 3. The Artificial EP Volume 2 at 2. And Dissension at number 1. How are you guys feeling about the Hot Niggas project? In terms of, in general, and sure, pitch it in the ranking.
You know damn well how I feel about Hot Niggas, bro.
Go ahead, tell me.
Hot Niggas is your best shit. I don't care.
But, okay.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with I don't know, because the thing is, Bizarre Daxman is cool, but
yeah,
I feel like it's number 5 compared to like Hot Niggas.
I would actually argue that Hot Niggas is better than Bizarre Daxman, which Bizarre would probably be upset about. But
yeah, I feel like top 3 are like conceptually your best albums. Okay. Number 4 is definitely Hot Niggas in terms of collab EP.
Yeah. You know what's funny? That's literally what I thought before I got into this session. I think it lands at number 4 because I'm pretty sure Dissension is number 1. I thought, and yeah, I mean I'm in line with you guys. Go ahead, Lax.
What was I saying?
I don't know. You didn't start really.
Great. Let's pretend I didn't want to say anything.
Okay, thanks, Lax, for shutting up.
Realistically, yeah, I'm gonna agree. I love the album. I think it's hilarious. I think it's fun. but conceptually and realistically, I do think Dissension is my favorite, like in terms of serious works and a solo project from you. And I think that like this is just my favorite collab because I like to hear all of y'all have fun, and this is exactly what that is.
I've never had fun making music in my life.
Stop talking about that.
I don't have any points on me here, but just throwing that out there. How do y'all feel about what would be the case for hot niggas being above Areen? Because I'm damn near considering that too.
Okay, so the reason why I don't consider it better than Areen is because in all like purpose and meaning, I feel like Areen has more of like an actual meaning of being in your discography than
There's
Hot
a bit more
Niggas.
substance to Areen as a project. Hot Niggas, for what it's worth, I think
it's a good project.
It's easily deserving of 4 because it's a good project.
Correct. It's all sound.
But
all things considered.
But it does get held back by the fact that it's a very niche market we're hitting.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's true.
And it's also not a lot of meaning besides, like we didn't, because if we go by lore standards, we didn't get that deep into lore. If we go by like some social standards, we didn't get that deep into society. This is just sonically good. Yeah. Areen, you got like a glimpse of your mind. You got like, like how you were at that point of time. That's why I think it's better. It's not better sonically, but conceptually it's one of your best. Yeah.
No, it makes sense. I guess so. I mean, the niche things really speaks to why it should be tepid, and also, the lore thing. We didn't even, if there's a message in Hot Wheels, we didn't even get that apart, like across, So.
Yeah, go fast is the only thing we got out of it.
It was fun though. It sure as fuck was fun.
Yep.
And I think it is worth remarking on, not for the first time, but also probably not for the last, that for like a collaborative effort, it's solid.
Oh, yeah.
Not a lot of people, like this is kind of like the first ever real like community project.
Correct.
And it just goes to show you that even when like most of the the community that we reside in doesn't know about Hot Wheels, they still will fuck with a community project.
That's right.
Right. Regardless of what it's about, especially if the music's good, which it is. So we're good.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of that at play. The fact that, it is the first kind of like community outing. I think the fact that it all happened so naturally and without a lot of pre-planning. Like I tried, I was like, I need to get this sample out to that person, this sample out to that person. And like I'm thinking about the names and stuff, but that's as much as I could. Not because I wanted to do more, but honestly, we were just so on the go, and just doing it out of pure like creative desire that like this is just where it turned out. Like some people could have been on this that missed the train because we were going so fast. Some people could have been on this some more but didn't because they weren't feeling it. And honestly, that's fine. Like ultimately, we were just trying to have fun. This was just an exercise in that. And that almost like gives it a lot of Johns in the Smash sense, a lot of excuses. But I think they're worthwhile to consider. And that's why it ranks as high as number 4. This is the official opinion. This is just where I land. Descension at number 1. Artificial 2 at 2. Arena at 3. Hot Niggas at 4. Bizarre Daxman at 5. The Tape at 6. Daxling at 7. Blissful Wonder at 8. Done Dreaming at 9. AVR Forever at 10. Future Fantasy at 11. 72 at 12. The Artificial EP 1 at 13. And Begin the Legend right where it belongs at the top.
It's really carrying the way it's at the bottom and holding everything up.
Yeah, I mean, it's goated for that, and I will forever appreciate it for that. Going into this bonus content here, as a sort of precursor and inspiration for this project cover art, I had to go off of this. The thing that I made for Community Endgame. This meme.
Wait, before we get too deep into this, just something about the rankings.
Yes.
So Arena number 3, like I'm agreeing with that heavily. And a word to that is Dax brought his fucking like rainbow blade with him to ATL.
Yes.
And we were like, is that the Arene blade? And I haven't even heard of the fucking project yet.
Yeah.
I haven't heard it.
Yes.
It's iconic, bro.
It's a testament to, I mean, track 2 became a thing and niggas didn't even know about the fucking album. The blade, the jacket, the there was a lot behind that album. I mean, it's obviously very special to me. Artificial is very special to me because, I mean, it's a good sign of when I started to meet you niggas. And I mean, and the quality, of course. And I mean, Dissension, not that in of itself, it's inherently more special than anything else I've done before. But I guess I shouldn't be surprised that my most recent solo effort, I'm glad that it happened to be, you know, the best thing that I've put out so far. You know, because it could have very easily not been the case. You know, this isn't listed in order of release. So, you know, not every time did I trump my last release, you know. So I'm lucky, and I think it's special that I was able to do that with something like a party album.
P8 for PSDs.
So as a meme, we did a Bemunity Endgame, which is a parody to, of course, Avengers Endgame. You know, very, very great stuff here. We got Peso as...
Good God.
As who? As what?
Nothing. Just...
yeah, Peso as Captain America. You know, the fierceless leader.
The fierceless leader?
Fierceless. Yep. Fierceless leader. I'm gonna keep that going.
He's pretty domicile.
Yeah. Domicile, you meant. Apparently, since we're sticking to the mistakes. The fierceless domicile.
Oh my God,
leader of water.
What the hell is going on?
So yeah, that's basically we got Lax as fucking Hawkeye.
Hawkeye for some reason.
Y'all the wrong franchise. My bad.
We got Jaywalk as Rocket Raccoon.
Hilarious.
Louvre as the edgy Nebula. We got Bizarre as Black Widow because he's a bad bitch. We got Camo as War
Don
Machine.
Cheadle.
Okay, sure.
Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle, sure.
Remember when we watched all of the Marvel movies? How come we didn't do anything with that?
Well, we weren't inspired by it.
Where's Avengers niggas?
the Avengers niggas.
The thing is, with this, we threw the idea around a bit, but we just never went anywhere with it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like, yeah, no cat. Fucking, what's it called? No, but the Don Cheadle meme is like, every time I just saw a black guy in Avengers. That Don Cheadle.
Yeah. So you ended up collecting that for yourself.
Yeah, honestly, it came full circle.
Omar came up as Ant-Man, because of course he'd be coming up. You got Odwin as the Hulk, because that nigga would get mad if you even take a stock. You got Sim as Captain Marvel, because she is, in fact, a woman.
And then you got Jaquel as the other woman. I forget the name
as Okoye, because he is, in fact, not a woman, but a pretty nigga, I guess. You got me as Thor. The only connection I can make is because I am religious.
Yep. Yeah, that's the only connection I was gonna make, like God or something.
You got White as Tony Stark, Iron Man.
He's just rich.
He's just rich. Literally flexing on us with AirPods. So, you know, he might as well be Iron Man. Yeah. And you got Shofu as Thanos.
Well, for no reason.
He looks like he's in pain. Like I don't. Is it conflicted about something, or is something in his shoe?
That looks like him after. That looks like him after the one chip challenge, bro.
Oh my God, yes! And you got the WDFA on his helmet.
That's what killed me
so much. And I literally just noticed that detail today.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah. Love that. So yeah, that's kind of what served as inspiration for this poster, or this cover art rather. This poster was, in terms of execution, and yeah, there's even some memes that carry over, which I'll get to in a second. So removing some of the filters here, which almost feels like it's got a filter on it, like a smoothing filter. You got me as Kurt Wilde. Whoa, Jesus Christ. Oh. Whoa. Why did I tilt it? What happened here? I was on the wrong tool, I think.
Undo, bro. Undo.
Yeah. You got me as Kurt Wilde. I mean, he was honestly my favorite as a kid. And he's also sort of an op, which I feel like I sort of embrace every now and then.
Yeah, that's fitting.
You got Camo as Shirako because that was his favorite character in the watch along.
Yo.
And that nigga just be vibing, you know?
Yeah.
And you also got Oddwin as Nolo because Nolo's
he's just angry. He's just angry.
Because Nolo's kind of annoying. So
and angry for no reason at some other guy.
Yeah, and Oddwin's brother died. R.I.P.
Oh my god.
He did not. You got Peso Pete as our fearless domicile homicile leader.
Nah, you know why I fucking Kurt Wheeler so heavy?
Why?
Because him being so fucking like stupid and dumb and just like clouded after winning the world race is how I felt in my SoundCloud career. And then him sitting on the side, I fucking love that shit, bro.
Yeah.
I love the idea of being such a protagonist that you're like, darn, I didn't win everything this time. I suck.
Yeah.
That shit is so beautiful to me, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you can relate to having a more successful career than I have. You got Bizarre continuing to be a bad bitch as fucking Karma.
Yeah, honestly, his face fits too well with the model.
It's a little uncomfortable.
You got beautifully Jaywalk.
As Gig.
The AirPods continue, apparently. As Gig.
As the little robot.
And only because, similarly on the last one, he was a small person. Because he is a young person.
He's literally not even like...
Yeah, like the joke is he's just like 4 or 5 or something.
Because he's like 12. I think Jaywalk might literally be taller than me.
I think he is taller than me.
So like, it's misinformed.
But we all just kind of...
But the thing is, like it's funny. It's just that Jaywalk sounds short.
Yeah. Sure.
Because he's legit, as the Floridians say.
It was such a fun thing to make him blue and give him Gig's yellow eyes. You got Eno.
That's an old ass image of Eno.
An old ass image of Eno with the goddamn Snapchat filter on, which is stupid. Like a Snapchat filter is on our cover art. You got Bucket Hat White here. Just clueless as ever, I guess. This you gotta love our mans here.
Who is he taking the place of?
I'll show that in a bit. Yeah, you got Omar came up
as I forget the name of this.
The most crudely rendered Photoshop I think of any of us.
Honestly, that's just hilarious.
Yeah, that was pretty.
The hair barely fits on his skull. The earring is hilarious. I mean, this is just a paint tool. It's just painted. It's just not really even correct. and his green eyes. I mean, you gotta love it. It's accurate to the character.
Yep. Looks just like it.
Then you got.
You've got Pork Chop as Big Lax because that's his favorite character.
That's my favorite character. He's such a cool guy. He's misunderstood. He seems like a big brute, but he cares about his friends at heart.
Yeah.
He's an angel.
Pork Chop is just like Lax in that he is big and would make Frostbite in his own universe.
What picture of me is that? Is what I want to know.
You will never know.
Because I haven't worn that hat in like years.
That's how you know how old that photo is.
You've got...
And this is the other image, the other render that was really good.
You got Slay here. Damn near looking like a 3D model for whatever reason. Last but not least.
Oh my god.
The ultimate op.
Yeah, the straight up villain. Matt Houston, like bitch it's. Is that the next line?
Shut up.
You've got Matt Houston like bitch it's. As Galorum, down to the glowing eye and the weird ass collar thing.
This shit is too funny.
Silencer's Team Future logo, but immunity on the side. It was so much fun making the Jesus Christ. It's so much fun making this hot niggas logo, which Camo actually had a hand in.
Yeah, I actually made the actual type for like the hot niggas.
Yeah, and
which I then uploaded to Twitter as a joke. You can tell it's kind of fucked up with that S at the end.
Love it. And you know, we kind of honed it in there. In terms of who we were replacing, oh my god, look at it without all the lighting. It's like less cohesive. In terms of who we're replacing here, we can go into that. Boom! Oh my god, look at this amalgam of edits. I like how lax it's
I'm still pork chop.
Honestly, the fact that didn't change is almost like great.
What?
I don't know. So you got Galorum chopped up.
What if I was just a spinning image of pork chop in real life? Like that picture is like that's unedited.
Horrifying.
You've got Scirocco cut up, some fade here. Karma's head is just gone and replaced by a pixel of something. I don't know what that is. You got Burt Wheeler, Passionate Lip Bite, Kurt, Mark, Taro, a little cut up there too. Turk, I believe. Torque. Is it Torque? And Monkey and Pork Chop. And yeah, the drones in the middle. And in terms of what we were replacing here, I mean, boom, you got Lax there. You got Peso there. Omar, like a glass slipper. B there. Odwin there. Jaywalk there. Just inserted where he was not. And ultimately, I did that because I thought it would be cool to make it seem like the steering wheel was being held by both of us here. It was like a cool parallel. Camo there. Eno there.
What if?
White there.
Good gosh.
Slay over there. Bizarre over there. And Matt right here.
It's kind of funny how two of the niggas that need glasses got like the orange glasses over them.
Yeah.
Let's get to the meme version.
As people like to point out, I did not even remove Burt Wheeler's hair over here, which is just hilarious. But you can
honestly, it kind of just blends in with like Odwin's.
Yeah, it just looks like it's something back there.
I just noticed you made this horrible for me.
So you know, the unified wheel, all the extra colors and stuff, adding in some more textures, some glow, and a plastic wrap. You gotta love it. Community shit. Gotta love all that.
Now you may be wondering, when is the next community tape?
God knows when.
I thank you guys for tuning into the stream.
And here we are at the meme one. I can do, like, look at the organization on this one. It's just done. It's just, there's nothing else to look at besides the fact that this was the original and we just kind of sodomized it.
I still can't believe I was replaced with local DMV legend. That guy.
Oh, yeah, local DMV legend. Not from the DMV, Kevin Kazi.
Okay, so we've got a flipped Matt Houston with an extra, like, hyper woke lens flare here.
Yeah, that's just good.
The actual Google Chrome logo.
Yeah, parodying the Future logo, which people love to chastise. Let's see here. You've got Kevin Kazi replacing Lax because we used to make fun of him for being him.
Such an odd
Slay with the Hoya Bembe hat.
And we didn't even remove the watermark.
And, we never did.
And we pushed up his chin. You got alternate reality Omar, where his nose is actually the smallest thing in the world. You've got receding hairline Eno, who honestly, his head just looks radioactive. Like, it doesn't even look right. Like, that shit looks like you will die.
DAX with a drawn-in face.
Correct. Just like a ditto or something. You got Fishbowl Jaywalk, for whatever reason.
Pretty good.
You've got loud as hell Dominican White. You've got racially insensitive Camo God. Who's apparently now a Saudi.
Fucked up. That's really fucked up.
You've got Big Nose Gentleman. Oh my God, Oddwin.
I thought you had the monocle on him.
It might be one of the layers. No, it might be one of the layers. Oh wait, no, apparently not.
None of them. I swear to God, there was a monocle. Whatever.
That's the. I almost said the Hoya Bembe effect. I definitely meant Nelson Mandela effect. But...
the Hoya Bembe effect.
I think I might be racist.
No, you want to know what I think? The Mega Milk.
So the bad bitch thing continuing for Bizarre, and that he just is a busty woman.
Honestly, I'm just not going to say anything at this point.
And then you got Vert Wheeler Peso just nervously high.
That's just a Peso in the portal. That's just Peso off the beam, bro.
Yeah, with a terribly drawn-on teardrop, or not even
I
teardrop.
love it. It's amazing.
And that monocle thing. No, I think I know what happened there. I said it as a joke, and you did it, and then you probably erased it.
Okay.
And then
the Team Future, which is not even what it is.
Yeah, that's a reference to a different cover art that we made as a joke.
And then the Trapaholics just swarming the Community thing.
Honestly, that's just good.
And then and layers of bass boost, so you know that it's deep fried. And that's the hot niggas. We are the hot niggas.
Are the hot niggas.
Guys, thanks for coming out. We had some trouble early on in the stream since Streamlabs OBS decided that it did not want to work with me anymore. We did this on the fly, but thanks for sticking through it. Pulf says, I gotta hang out on your guys' VC more often if this is what the stream is like. Of course, man. Pop up here, pop up in Pesos. I don't know if Oddwin's I don't know how his server is doing. I haven't reared my head in there. He said Bizarre looks like an Instagram model that edits the waistline. Hilarious.
Accurate.
And he already is a pseudo Instagram model.
And yeah. Thanks a lot. There's no anything tomorrow.
Thanks for tuning in for a week straight of listening from the worst of DAX to the best of DAX.
I guess we got this doc right here. Look, this is as much as I could have planned, guys. There was nothing in the marketing. The notes was something that I updated every now and then with just like fixes I had to do. And here's just like the samples that I considered we needed to touch, right? And yeah, I mean, just ideas. The creation order of stuff. You know, we everything was tentatively named. All we knew was that Hot Nigga Summer was going to be Hot Nigga Summer, but everything was just like, all right, that's number 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5. I guess you don't really need to hear this, but I also made this visual on YouTube. That's just the Team Future logo spinning as a wheel do, and on fire. Shout out Hot Wheels.
I think I have a question.
Yes.
When the Jeff Gomez interview dropping, bro?
Never happened.
Can't believe that's a bag that we acquired and fumbled. I just can't believe it.
I can't believe it. I got this comment 9 hours ago, so go show some love on there.
Yeah, everybody's pretty hot niggas.
Yes, it's not on any other platform because it doesn't need to be. Shout out to Legit saying it's cool to see my thoughts on stuff. I mean, yeah, I'm hoping ultimately that you guys got something out of this. The VODs are gonna stay there, of course. I'm glad none of them got taken down despite anything that happened, which I will be talking about in a bit offline. But yeah, like it's fun. I think what you guys should take away from this is that ultimately in the community, I'm not gonna say I'm the one that enjoys it the most because I don't know that for sure, but I love albums. I love making them. As much fun as like singles and stuff are, and they can be a great release, you know, in the moment and stuff. But I love working up to an idea as you've seen, whether it's sonic, whether it's visual, whether it's thematic, whether it's just lyrical, any of that, it'll do the trick. And, you know, peeling back the curtains on that and showing you guys what that's like and how you got what you got has been fun. Shout out to Community. Y'all niggas keep me pushing.
I just want to say, hold up, it's my turn now.
Oh,
hold up.
Goddamn.
I just want to say that I honestly don't like all of Dax's music.
Correct.
Dax knows this too. You know, I'm ignorant. I'm very selective with what I listen to. But artist to artist, friend to friend, nobody that I know puts as much work, time, and planning into their art than David. Because not only is his sound consistent, and not only are his themes cohesive and easily digested to where anybody can follow them and anybody can immerse themselves into it, but I feel like not only visually, not only aesthetically, he manages to rebrand himself and recreate himself for every phase in his life well. And I feel like each project follows that.
Yeah.
And you do a great job, man. You really do a wonderful job.
Thank you, Peso. I mean, you've told me that before, and I love that. Like, especially because I know you mean it. We've had many talks about music before, and yeah, I mean, that's why y'all are my niggas, because y'all can be candid and, you know, clear about whatever. You know, y'all will tell me when y'all don't like something, and y'all will tell me when you do. We jokingly said earlier in the review week that, you know, whatever sucks, we're gonna say it sucks, and whatever's awesome, we're gonna say it was all right. Because honestly, we gotta be at least a certain degree of honest with each other. You know, I hope the community always maintains that. I mean, even across the community, whatever section you guys find yourselves in, because I know somebody's gonna watch this that isn't just, you know, like bizarre or something. You know, somebody that I don't have a lot of engagement with. You know, you don't gotta be us. You don't gotta be in my circle. Because we're not inherently special or anything. It's just my niggas and we gonna do our thing. But, you know, as a word of advice, like, in your circle, in your part, you know, do your thing. Cultivate your friends. Invest in people that you can truly trust. Invest in people that can further your sound. Not everything's a competition, so definitely grow a bond. But at the same time, if you have any sort of competitive edge, you know, push each other. And just keep creating.
Just be fucking real.
Just be real, yee. Thank you guys. Make sure to check out the other VODs if you missed anything. And we're off. You have a good night.
Sure.